This is your bedroom. This is your bedroom with Blue Chew. Blue Chew uses the same active ingredients as in Viagra or Cialis, but now comes in chewable form. Chewable means better, cheaper, and works faster than pills. No in-person doctor visit, no waiting in line, no more awkwardness. 100% online at BlueChew.com. Order now to get your first month sent to you for free. Just pay $5 shipping. Use promo code OPIE at BlueChew.com and restart the party.
Coming off a strong night of hashtag Ruizing with the face of a hairy glazed donut and smelling like spicy vag fluids, the Mad Cuban makes his way to the Upper West Side of New York City, where Greg Hughes resides quite comfortably and awaits that bunny chef from the Food Network who's setting himself up for another successful run in the restaurant business. Carrying a shopping bag like my aunt used to do and armed with his trusty BBC-shaped mic and recorder, our host, affectionately known as Opie, orders a falafel from one of his favorite joints. He's also a big hummus guy, welcomes extra capers in his salad, and will order a fruity cocktail at a beer garden. Like Carl, he does what he wants. The plan is to grab a bite, walk and talk about whatever, off-the-cuff podcasting on the streets of Manhattan, and then over to his new studio at Westwood One Podcast Network to meet up with our newest team member, rabid O&A Stalker fan cop turned part-time OpieRadio producer who has an Asian girlfriend, Mike Sappho, who will be setting up funny man Sherrod Small, website smallworldcomedy.com, for an in-studio gathering. Hey Sappho, test those levels please. Small has a big voice. And who knows what else? Actually, Sherrod really just wants to see how impressive Greg's new setup is on OpieRadio.
Carl! Carl, I'm over here. Carl, I'm right here.
I'm oversexed.
You're oversexed. That starts.
I gotta take at least a 10-hour sabbatical.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Does your pee-pee hurt?
Nah.
Is it a little chafed?
Nothing, man. It's so happy to be back. The poor guy. You watched me go through a lot of stuff. In my pants, what's going on is the last 5 minutes of Shawshank Redemption.
Oh my God.
I show up, he's standing the boat.
Right. You woke that sucker up. Nice.
How you been?
I'm good, man. This is one of my favorite spots on the Upper West Side.
What's this? Are we feeding dogs?
You want a little I'd saved you piece.
A little humanoose?
A little hummus for the kid. For the kid.
Let's see here. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
This place has been here forever, so it's got to be good. See, I live what you teach me. Look, not much to it. A little joint.
I think you're doing a good job. I'm gonna get a soda inside.
Give me
what do you want?
Give me a grape Snapple.
Ooh, okay.
I treat myself when I'm here.
Treat yourself like a 3-year-old.
I do what I want. Carl has made it. We are going to be podcasting on Columbus Avenue here in New York City for a little while. And then I promised Sherrod Small I would show him the big Westwood One studio that they built for us. So we start here and we'll see where it goes. It's the OpieRadio podcast.
They don't have grapes. I got you from my homeland. Little mango madness.
I don't like mango madness.
Throw it against the wall then. I don't care. Because I just had to pay your tab. He didn't understand what was going on. He's like, "You're paying for this?" Yeah. And then I just paid for your lunch.
Oh, bro. Me and him got a deal.
What kind of... No. He had no idea of no deal whatsoever. You want to... What's your deal? Wait for me to show up?
Bro, we have a deal, right? We have a deal, me and you, right? He's trying to say we don't know each other, this son of a bitch. I'm going to call ICE on him.
Say that again, bro. That place will be empty.
We have a deal. I eat here all the time. Sometimes I don't even pay my bill for like a month.
Well, thank God I got you on a light day.
But I don't like this mango madness. Did you order something?
No.
So why don't we could go eat somewhere else.
I'm fine. I'm full.
Where do you eat?
At the hotel.
Oh, really? Oh, my God, you're giddy. You're dripping with that after-sex glow, you fucking pig.
He's
a pig!
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
I used the same hotel. I walked
Bro,
It's good, right?
Mango madness.
I told him.
Cheers.
Jesus Christ, you're a piece of shit.
Sorry.
Spilled my shit.
Sorry.
It'll
It'll go well with the cum stains on your jeans.
I walk in last night to the hotel. The guy goes, "My man."
Why did he say that?
The front desk, they know me already. You gonna smoke up there again? Yep. Just put on a $200 fine because it's not nothing's changing.
Oh, really? You're not allowed to smoke in the room?
No. Oh my God.
How you been, Carl? I haven't
been
seen
good,
you
man.
since ESPN.
Yeah, I've been good, man.
How well behaved was I up there, man?
You know what? Towards the end, you got a little rocky,
I was a little tired by the end.
but
Not gonna lie to you.
imagine after you left, I was there till 3 in the morning. No, I was on till 4 in the morning,
4 in the morning. Wow.
and then we stayed up there.
I saw that.
We get to the hotel, and like the guy's like, "You guys are in the same room." Like me and Glenn were like, "Listen to me, bro. It's 4 in the morning. If you want to have a physical altercation with me right now, you put me in the same room."
Gloria would be a good roommate in a hotel, though, don't you think?
Oh yeah, better than most people I've been roommates with. She's organized, right?
Yeah, she
Kept us on schedule.
She did.
She did not like your driving at all.
Why?
She was talking shit about you on the way back.
She was talking shit after I left.
Tons of
Talk shit to my face, motherfucker.
I'm sure she
G-L-O-R-I-A.
did, actually. Actually, she did. When we stopped to get gas, she went up to you and she yelled at you.
What'd she say?
She's like, "That Opie, he literally drives 20 miles an hour."
I was following her.
She said we would have got there a lot earlier if you stopped lollygagging up and down the highway.
Okay. I gave the people a fine podcast. That's what I call lollygagging. And then Stupid Joey calls me out on that one-hit wonder shit with the band Them. You know that Gloria. Gloria is by a band called Them, which I called a one-hit wonder on the podcast, but I failed to mention that the lead singer of that band was Van Morrison. You know who Van Morrison is, right?
I'm getting yelled at in an email
From who?
from TV.
What TV?
You're hearing a yelled at email? You want to hear it?
Yeah, a lot of exclamation points.
The August 17th deadline for recipe submissions has come and gone. Most chefs have submitted them, but Carl Ruiz has submitted 0, as usual. Shazam!
Oh, they're just frustrated by you.
Yeah, dude.
So what is that for? Some kind of
New show. Got a new show. I got the new restaurant. We got the concept down. Everything's good.
yeah, good. I guess my them story wasn't that important. That's okay.
What was it? You were saying something?
Nah, it's all right.
What was it about?
People heard it out there.
What was it about? Golfing? Another caddy story?
What's wrong with my caddy stories?
I heard it. Guy, bang out the story, Ope.
Did I ever tell you the caddy
I
story?
can't believe these guys sent me that email.
Well, do you want to hear a good caddy story?
Go ahead.
We used to hide under the trees when the lightning storm
Oh, there
hit.
you go. That's a great one.
And,
Bunch of Harvard grads over there.
And this Asian caddy who was a friend of mine that spoke broken English because he was, only a few years removed from Vietnam. Did you have any of those kids growing up? Where they shoved the Vietnam kids in your class?
No, I lived in literally a super Latin and black area. If there was a Vietnamese kid, they would have ate him.
Is English the second language in your school?
In the town.
Oh, in the whole town.
Yeah.
So I don't want to mention his name, but he was a damn good Asian caddy, and he's under the tree during a lightning storm. A lightning bolt hits this tree and splits it right down the middle while he's under
No.
it. Yes. Huntington Crescent Club, shout out. What's up?
That was funny. You know what was great was when I was a kid, there was this guy that we knew. His name was Augustin, this Cuban guy. And he was jumping a cow fence, a barbed wire fence, a metal cow fence in Cuba, and the fence got struck by lightning.
Really?
And he lost all hair on his body, so he was hairless.
Did the hair grow back?
Nothing.
How does it not grow back?
So he was completely like cue ball bald with no eyebrows. And then we used to go salsa dancing at the Cuban club, and in the mess, he would paint on eyebrows, and it would sweat down. He looked like he was in Alice in Chains, but he's like a 70-year-old Cuban guy. And his wife would just, with his own handkerchief, would wipe off the mascara as it melted off his face.
Why would you paint on paint-on eyebrows.
He's the guy that got struck by lightning. He's not thinking thing through. You know what I mean?
You just got to go with it at that point, no?
Oh my God! I mean, literally, Opie run down his face. He looked like the Crow. It was crazy, man.
You want to know the caddy story?
Yeah, go ahead.
The oldest guys at the golf course, they were in their 90s, and they always took a cart. Well in their 90s, and the rumor was that they might have been a bit gay when gay wasn't acceptable. But they always play together, and we're like, something's going on with these two.
Right.
They were inseparable. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right, Carly? But back in the 80s,
Let
you
me
know.
answer.
But back in the 80s, you know, we still weren't talking about it that much. So anyway, they used to love to drive their cart wherever their ball was because they were really old.
No pun intended.
So they drove their cart up a side of a hill on a par 3.
They flipped it?
And they flipped it, and the cart and them and their golf clubs rolling
Holy
down the
shit.
hill.
You can get hurt pretty bad.
Bro, they both survived, man.
Wow.
They both were all right at the end.
I remember my first interaction with gay was we had a neighbor. So there was a married couple with a daughter, right? Big shout out to Doris.
Doris, what's up, girl?
What's up on podcasting? And she was hot.
Yeah.
And my brother liked her, which means I was going to get her, right? Because my brother's like writing poems and shit. And I'm drawing, like back then I didn't even have a phone. I'm drawing D-pics and like putting them on her window. I would go up with my big wheel, you know, my old little big wheel, and she had like a steep driveway, and she knew I was coming because the front wheel would slip the plastic wheel. You hear, and here comes Fatty Carl looking through your window.
I love the difference between you and your brother as far as dating girls. He took his damn time, and you were
closing.
You were
Just
closing. You just kept closing.
Closing and closing and closing. And the worse the reputation got, the more, you know, the better it would get.
So you would swoop in as he's writing his dumb poems and trying to find some kind of.
The minute I'm at the
balloon.
lunch table, like having lunch with him, you know, my mom would make us sandwiches, and I hear him go, "Ma, I like Doris." Boom! I'm across the street.
Hello, Doris.
Hello, Doris. I hear you're on the market. She was a smoke show, and then I started watching the family and stuff because we didn't know them, and I was trying to break into it, you know, break into meeting her and shit. And I realized it's her mother, her father, and then this other dude, Bolivar, his name was. Bolivar. And they were Ecuadorian. And I'm like, what does this dude do? Like, he dressed like very flamboyant, you know what I mean? Back then, you know, the big lapels and everything. I'm like, and he was like all like nice with a little pinky ring. And I'm like, and I didn't know what gay was. But whatever it was, I knew that it was that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know anything. I was innocent that way. My mom literally... She tried to raise us in such a Roman Catholic way that everything was a surprise to us. You know what I mean? Like, when I would leave the house, I'm like, nothing is happening. But my mother's telling me, like, this world is completely insane. And my mother's like, and then Jesus turned into a bird. I'm like, Mom, there's nothing like this is happening. You know what I mean? You're preparing me zero for life. Yeah, I'm going to get raped somewhere. And I started noticing this guy, and then one day he starts getting... Well, anyway, I make out with the girl, obviously, and then my brother's devastated.
What did he do?
He called
At that point.
He told on me by my mom, and my dad would just, like, chuckle, you know what I mean? And, like, fake hit me. You know, you're bad. Like, with the wink in the eye.
Did he find his Morrissey CD?
My dad...
Oh, that should have worked. Morrissey's a downer.
I
Anyway,
love Morrissey.
you love Morrissey?
Oh, yeah. I love anything that girls like.
I don't know if girls liked Morrissey growing
Oh,
up.
growing up, all those emo girls. You remember the girls that would wear all black and cry about everything?
Yeah.
It was Morrissey, The Cure,
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode.
What's up, girl? Depeche Mode rules, right?
Why'd you just spectrum out on that girl? She doesn't even know you.
She turned her head when we said Depeche Mode, so I felt like I had to say something.
Oh, Jesus.
What was wrong with that?
Well, you just threw my concentration because you're Rain Man and on people you don't know.
Reach out and touch me. Don't.
Touch faith.
Oh. Is that really the lyric?
Yes.
All these years I thought it was reach out and
You're
touch
lucky
me.
Vic Henley isn't here. He would have tased you.
Is that really the lyric?
Yeah. Reach out, touch faith. Bow, bow, now, now.
I always thought it was reach
That was
out
the first
and touch
concert I went
me.
to, the Violator tour.
Oh, by the way, I picked the trucking route just to really piss off Joey.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Joey.
Sorry, Joey.
Sorry, Joey.
Right.
Back to your story.
Oh, yeah. So the guy just started getting skinnier and skinnier.
Larry King. Larry!
That's not Larry King.
You sure?
It looks more like an Abe Froman than Larry King.
That look like Larry, man.
That's not Larry. Larry's like scoliosis short now. He's like 2 feet tall. He's like shrunken. I saw him in L.A. He was tiny.
That guy takes human growth hormones, you know.
Who?
Larry King.
Well, they're working in reverse.
Well, the suspenders are really digging into his shoulder blades at this point.
His suspenders are down by his hips. That's how far they dug in.
All right, back to your story.
So this guy starts getting skinnier and skinnier, and he was one of the first cases of AIDS in my neighborhood. Bro. We went to go see him in the hospital. They had the room sealed like in plastic. Remember how ignorant shit was back then?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone had to wear a mask. My mother found out that I was in the house all the time and told my father to burn the clothes.
Oh, I thought she was going to burn the house.
She took me to the doctor to find out if I had AIDS.
Really?
Oh, Opie, it was... And my brother to this whole thing suffering because it's all about the girl that he wanted to come with.
Your brother. What a sap. Love ya.
Love you, G. But, yeah, that was my first rush in with AIDS. And people were so ignorant. They knew nothing, man. I mean, the whole room was impact. You would think that he had some crazy shit. And he died very quickly. Did you ever get the call?
What do you mean?
The AIDS call?
No, what's that?
Opie, you want to talk about something that stops you in your tracks. My phone, this girl kept calling and calling that I was with for a little while, but it's, nothing important. She would call and and then I would get a call from another dude that I really didn't like from down the shore. And he says, Carl, what's her name calling you? I said, yeah, bro, what's up with that? He goes, answer it. Oh. I go, why? He goes, just answer it. So then she calls again. I'm like, hi. She's like, I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm HIV positive, and I'm calling all my partners and let them know to get tested and stuff. I literally, Opie, I didn't know what to fucking do.
Holy shit!
That was the call. It changed. Like, I was scared for at least a month. I was out of, until I got the test.
Well, you obviously don't have it.
No, look at me.
Looks like Carl's cured of the HIV, Opie.
Let the record show I looked right down at Carl's belly.
Love that fuckers. and people got the call. You know what I mean?
Jesus,
so she
really?
had to call. That's how it used to be. You used to get the call.
Get the call.
And I got the call. And it was, I don't wish it on anybody. And then I found that one of the kids caught it. Out of all the calls, they're looking for patient zero, basically. You know what I mean? Like where it happened.
Yeah. And
the kid died. She died too.
Let's cheer up this podcast
Sure.
and talk about ISIS.
Okay.
What the fuck, Carl?
What do you want? This is the stuff that I know.
Well, it's yeah, all right. You notice I brought my little shopping bag today.
You know what's funny? I need a shopping bag. Do you have an extra one? What is all in here?
You want to? I'll show you my stuff.
If there's sage in here, I swear you're gonna get a chest punch.
No, man, it's my little supermarket bag.
The torpedo pills, the go-go pills.
A little prescription.
Let me see what it says. Cialis 200 milligrams.
Yeah.
Way to go, oh.
It's for my swamp lip.
Yeah, whatever.
I got a little bit of a breakout, so I had to get some.
That's what you call a hanger steak now, the swamp lip.
I've been getting swamp lip since I was 8 years old.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not ashamed of it.
What is swamp lip?
It's
Why, that's herpes, Carl.
I've been getting swamp lip since I was 8 years old. So
what? I understand. What is swamp?
It's like cold sores.
Ew, you got cooties?
Most of the population has this.
I'm totally crossing my fingers every time I talk to you now.
But only in recent years I actually got a prescription, so they just knocked down.
So you herp out around the mouth?
Yeah.
Ooh, I never saw it.
It's the lowest form of the herp that most people have. It's not the genital.
I don't have it.
It's not the genital. Here, hold this so I can open this.
Oh,
I gotta take two.
Now. Can I get that from you?
Get the fuck out.
I'm gonna get swamp finger.
Look at these giant horse pills.
What is that? Is that for a chocolate lab? Those look like flea pills.
I already drank my mango madness. Anyway, hold on. Let me do it.
Opie takes his forever herpes pill, and Carl shows his first character flaw.
Rubber Soul was a great album. That album was the best Beatles album, sir. All right, what's your favorite? Okay.
Huh. Thank God.
He did acknowledge, though, that I said something, that guy.
About the Beatles?
Big fat guy in a rubber sole T-shirt.
I never
the
liked
Beatles don't suck.
The Beatles suck.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, so
everyone tries to make believe they know the Beatles. It's like, what's your favorite song? Yo, Submarine. I'm going to choke them out.
I am the Walrus, Cuckoo.
Bad. They suck.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got that. I got a little prescription for the swamp lip. I got my hat.
Oh, there's the Opster hat. Did you
It's
just smell your hat?
Yeah, because it smells really bad. And then I got podcast equipment and extra batteries. And then I got some.
Wait a second. This is hamster and gerbil food?
Yes.
But you don't have a hamster. Is this what you're eating for breakfast? This is why you have dick lip.
I have a hamster.
This is why you have dick and bull lip.
I got 2 dwarf hamsters that I guess are my pets.
The kids don't take care of stuff
No
anymore.
kidding. You know this shit, right?
Oh my god. I got a dog the first day that thing almost died. They just left it like in the corner.
Well, they made a promise to me. We'll take care of the hamsters because we want to get a
You
dog.
can't trust children.
So we're like, you know what? It's kind of sad because there's starter pets out there that basically families get and see if the kids will kill it or not.
Right.
By accident.
So this is yours?
So I guess the dwarf hamsters are in the starter pet category. And within a week, they were bored with it. And guess what? Now I got pets. I got to take care of
the
that.
smell that they get leave the house?
No, but what am I going to do?
They make the house smell.
What am I going to do? Let them loose in New York City?
But why would you bring another rodent onto this island?
Diet for hamsters and gerbil, the essential
This
blend.
looks expensive.
It is expensive.
$7 to feed those little rats?
Yes. And then, because I do care about my dwarf hamsters, what else I got in this bag?
Did you get them a toy? This is good. You got treats? You got $5 triple baked crunch sticks? Look at the fucking picture of this little hamster over here. You are a giant Upper West Side lesbian. I'm gonna start introducing you as Sarah McLachlan, my friend
What do you
Sarah.
think? There you go. That's in my bag today.
Jesus.
No moon rocks, no sage.
I'd rather see that shit, honestly.
Well, I was doing some errands as I was waiting for you up here.
Oh my god.
So we're going to go down to Westwood 1 and do a little podcasting from the
Sherrod,
studio.
that's gonna
Yeah,
be fun.
I want to show Sherrod the studio today.
That's gonna be good. Kelly was supposed to come, but what happened? Something happened in his apartment?
He bailed.
I messed
Yeah.
his apartment up the other night pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
He bailed last minute, so it'll be me, you, and Sherrod. That's okay.
Warning, loud bystander, Opie. Loud bystander.
Don't
What?
Opie. They're sitting out here because they're eating. You're out here with a plastic bag full of fucking pet food. Don't be annoyed. They should be annoyed at you, not in reverse.
Well, I hate people that aren't aware.
Why does this happen?
Are you aware?
Oh,
How aware are you? You're 3 feet away.
Oh.
What? No awareness whatsoever.
come with me over here. I'm gonna have a cigarette.
Where you
Come on.
going?
Come on.
We're outside.
Get up,
You
or I'm
can
gonna
smoke
grab you
right
by the
here.
wrist. I'm gonna
Ow,
grab you by the
shit,
wrist.
But ew! Don't touch me.
Come on.
Don't touch me. I just had a Me Too moment. You want to walk? Did you pay my bill?
Yeah, Joseph. What?
Where you want to walk to?
Away from people.
Away from people?
Yeah.
Why are we walking this way? This is.
Stop and get smokes, and I gotta get a little tote for my rain jacket. Because I'm here all day.
Why are you wearing a jacket? It's like 90.
I'm not wearing it. I'm carrying it because it's gonna rain.
But even I got short sleeves today.
Hey, you don't look bad today, oh. Besides all the stains and shit.
I don't have stains.
What is that?
Oh yeah. That was from the Mango Madness.
So I gotta level with you.
Yeah.
I did something bad.
What?
So remember when I told you that I liked that girl, but she's on the other side of the world, so it didn't matter?
Yeah, we talked about it on the way to ESPN.
Bring her to the city.
You brought her to the city?
I'm bringing her to the city.
What's bad about that?
Well, I told you that was the beginning of the end.
Right.
And that happens.
That means you kind of like her a little bit.
We should go out there. No, actually, no.
Why?
I don't even want you to meet her.
Why?
Imagine you start doing this shit.
I'm not doing this shit.
I go nuts. I would literally jump over the fucking table if you start talking like Fonzie Bear.
See what people don't realize when this thing is turned off. Do I act that way, Carl?
No, but when it turns on, I'm still next to you. Oh, you almost.
What?
The chills.
What?
She will punch you in the
That's
face.
the chick from the talk.
No, it's not. That was good. All right, that was funny. All right, you got me.
Gonna have to keep that visual between me and Carl. Sorry.
That was really.
I don't think they all look alike.
Oh, Opie, that's.
I don't
disgusting.
though.
You white people look alike.
Going
Like
in-
Nantucket, I thought it meant the same person. Oh, I kept going, hey, John. It was like, nah, somebody else.
Oh, all the Chads in Nantucket?
All the Chads. Let me get a pack of smokes.
All right, let's go into this bodega.
How you doing, buddy? Pack of Rubber Light?
How's it going, sir?
Oh, boy.
Okay, and you?
How are you, buddy?
Marble Light?
Yes, please.
Looks like you got a lot of protein bars for sale.
It's Upper West Side.
Which is the favorite protein bar today? The Quest bars?
My buddy Robert Irvine makes a good one. I tried it.
Everybody looking for.
Everybody liked the protein bars, right? You can never have enough protein.
$15 for a pack of smokes.
All right, thank you, sir. We should start heading toward Westwood 1
Yeah, right?
and go see Sherrod. No Vic Henley. I was trying to get like the core group together today.
Something happened with Vic, though, right?
There's always something happening with Vic.
Oh. Something happened. He's doing construction or something in his apartment.
He's probably in the middle of training sugar gliders. And he can't get away.
Well, I hope he can make the pig roast tonight because I put him on the list.
Wait, you're doing a pig roast today?
No, my buddy Mark Murphy, the Food Network guy. He's doing a cool pig roast at his restaurant in Tribeca.
Head or no head?
Head.
Out! I'm out!
Why?
I can't eat the pork if I see the head. Oh, I can't pass the juice
Yes, you
generation.
can.
Come on, bro. You want one?
Stop. Well, it's just going to kill you.
Huh?
That stuff's going to kill you.
You gotta get some greens.
Do you know that before 2000, I think it's 2003, the biggest purchaser of kale was Pizza Hut because they used it to line the buffets?
What do you mean?
They used to buy all the kale
Yeah.
to line their buffets. Oh, it's on now.
Is it on? Oh, I thought there was going to be a confrontation. We love Okay. He just waved me off.
Dude, Opie just walked into the middle of an argument and put this Dream Barbie microphone in front of everybody. And it stopped the fight immediately.
Careful.
There's two Asian guys.
They found a common enemy in Opie.
He waved me off, too.
He did. He's like, get out of here, you bum.
Here's where I got my gerbil food.
Petland Discounts?
Petland discounts.
I went to a Petland Discounts family party.
Huh?
Where are you going?
What do you mean?
What are you doing?
I just got to give him a little love.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Why are you going back in the store?
Big fan.
Oh, jeez.
Big fan. Thanks for the gerbil food, all right? Yeah, see you later. You got to support local business. Got to support
At
the
what
local
point do you think
businesses.
people want to see you stick in your swamp lip face and go in there and say, big fan? Like, they're not doing anything. They're selling pet food.
First of all, I don't have swamp lip. I got the start, which is a little itch. Starts with a little itch on the lip.
This place has nice sneakers.
This is one of those sneaker places where what are they called? Sneakerheads?
Sneakerheads. Yeah, this is a sneakerhead store.
No, I know. It's West NYC. A lot of the sneakerheads know this. This is one of those stores where they line up with their beach chairs.
Yeah.
When something
dope comes out.
You want to talk to him?
Nope.
Come on, bro.
Opie, let's go. We got to go to do the podcast.
Why are you denying me fun today?
I just don't like when you bother people.
I'm not bothering anybody.
Because I know it's an odds game. Oh, here's the problem. Where are you going?
Sir, big fan. Big fan. I'm going to come in for my my next Merle soon. All right. What do you...
That's it. I'm physical
That's where I
now.
get my Merles.
I know, I saw. Everyone in there had Merrills on. It's disgusting.
The guy just goes, okay.
You're the worst. The absolute worst. Fuck. That's what I have to do now. Because you hate being touched. I'm literally going to physically assault you.
I don't hate being touched.
Yeah, you do. You know how I know? Because you say, I hate being touched.
Well, it's when you grab my ribs violently to get me out of a situation.
But you tell people you're a big fan, and they're looking at you like you're insane, because you are.
Well, you're a big fan of Grace Papaya. You want to go in and say thank you to them?
I don't want to say thank you. I say thank you by paying them, Ope.
Oh,
What was that? Oh.
little wind.
I'm so glad we're going to the subway. You
Why?
have a Metro card?
Yeah, you need one?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe Tim Sabian will pay for it.
Lay off the squats.
That guy's going to fuck you up. And this is what I want to get down to.
Oh, shit.
What? No.
Why? I talk to those
All you want to do is
guys.
talk to homeless people.
I like the homeless guys.
So listen. It's just a matter of time before you say something to the wrong guy and we're in a physical altercation. People get upset, Ope.
I do what I want.
Yes, you do. You absolutely do. That's funny.
You want me to get... I got you. I got you, bruh. 2 for 1 today, sir.
Who are you talking to?
Just go duck under.
No.
There you go.
Just to let you know, you're down to 17 smackaroos on your...
$17?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Joey, take it away.
Why? Why would he have to take
Joey,
it away?
take it away.
No, we're going down to the
Joey,
subway.
take it the fuck
This is where
away.
the good stuff is.
Joey.
Don't take it away.
Joey, motherfucker.
I know this is the good stuff.
Joey, take it away.
No, he ain't taking it
All
away.
right, Joe.
No,
Take it away.
He's not taking it away.
Joey, $20. PayPal. Take it away.
He's not taking it away.
Joey, 200. PayPal. Take it.
Can't do it, Carly.
Joey, you're going to lose your host. I'm throwing him on the tracks. Take it away.
Why? These guys are talking.
I'm the one that's going to have to fight, Ope. What are you doing? You're staring. When people are talking, you just can't show up with your swamp lip and just stare.
I have an itch. It's just an itch. It's not swamp lip. That's why I got the stuff.
We can't Uber like fucking rich people.
Why is your face so red?
A, because I'm annoyed.
Why are you annoyed? Oh, hold on.
All right, Joey,
Podcast
take it
sounds.
away.
Podcast sounds.
Oh my God! Joey, take it away. Take it away.
You want to take this one? More stops on this one. Or do you want to go express? Which one do you want to do? Huh?
This one looks kind of full.
All right, we'll take the express. That means we have to stay on the platform a little longer.
Take it away, Joe.
Joey doesn't need to take it away. Why are you nervous? We haven't looked for rats yet.
Not at this hour.
No, the rats. You gotta look down below. You always see a rat.
Oh, man.
Here's the 2 train, Carl. We're almost on a train.
I'm literally sweating.
Why are you sweating?
I don't like bothering people unless I have to bother.
We're not bothering anybody.
You're screaming, woo, when the train comes.
Woo!
Take it away, Joe.
You don't know how to live.
Huh?
You don't know how to live.
Yeah. I'm a librarian.
It's the simple things of life. When you see a subway train, you go, woo!
No one does that. I've been down here my whole life. No one screams.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
I'm not talking in here.
All right, Joey, take it away.
Exactly.
We'll see you on the other side of the subway ride.
Take it away, Joe. Joey. I know this thing is still on.
No,
Take
it's
it
not
away.
on. Don't worry about it. We're good. We're good. It's not on. We're just hanging out.
Podcasting from a New York City subway while being manhandled by his co-host and humiliated friend. Now we make our way over to Westwood One Podcast Network. But first, a few more cringeworthy moments
All right.
for Carl.
Got off at 42nd Street, Times Square,
Oh, Joey.
heading toward Westwood
That
One.
girl is just stunning.
Which one?
What the Yankee hat on. Look, right there. So you're walking like a gazelle. Mike, right here. Look at this. Right there. So you go up the stairs. Look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Jesus.
Very nice.
Why?
Very nice.
Why?
Huh?
Why the screaming? Why the fucking screaming?
You made the mistake of showing me you're bothered by this.
I try to make believe I don't bother you, but it physically makes me ill. So there's no way. I just have to get angry. But now I know I can get a little physical when it gets a little crazy.
Yeah, I don't like that rib grab.
You didn't like the rib
Nah,
grab?
I don't like that. Kind of hurts.
Grab you right between those 2 little ribs, that little meat right there.
Are you a fan of Subway musicians?
Nope.
Why?
So I like to walk down here miserable. I don't want to be even try to be put in a good mood.
What about the Jesus guy? You want to talk to the Jesus guy?
Even less.
That's my wheelhouse. These are my people. Hey!
Stop. Take it away, Joey. Things are gonna get weird.
Watch this.
No. You're standing in front of her with this weird smile. You're like the Joker standing there.
I was just trying to make you uncomfortable. Sometimes not saying anything is what makes you uncomfortable. She was all right.
Yeah, she's great. I wonder how much money they make down here.
I don't know.
A couple hunch?
No, I think the city really messed those people up. I think they got to get permits and all that now.
Fucking city, man. Just taking money out of people's
Unbelievable.
mouths, right?
Isn't that sad?
This city's just, it's not
These
what
people
it
have
used
a
to be.
natural talent. They set up a guitar case or a hat and make a nice little quick living. And then the city had to
Here
put their
comes the city, just
greedy
coming,
little hands
muck
in
it all up.
Mucking up the works.
Oh, it's good. We're almost safe. You in this fucking thing.
Yep. Got a Notre Dame fan behind you.
Look at the new Jay-Z album, huh? Look at it.
You like the Jay-Z?
I like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You like him?
I like the Jay-Z.
What's the Jay-Z? It's just Jay-Z.
It's just a cool way to say it.
Oh, okay. Look at this guy.
That's-
His ear fell off from listening to our podcast.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
He's looking at us, isn't he?
What? Yeah.
Of
Well, that's
course.
how that's how you do it, Let's go. All right?
Look at this. Tour de farce. These stupid fucking dudes on bikes. They look like court jesters just driving around.
No, it's not that they're stupid dudes on bikes. It's that they have to wear the dumb
But
racing
why?
outfits.
Why do they look like how it's sponsors and stuff? You
I
know?
don't know.
Don't you think that's silly? Like when I go play baseball with my friends, do I dress up like A-Rod? You know what I mean?
Hold on, follow me over here.
No.
Huh?
Block you out. Look at me
Come on.
block you out. Joey.
No, stop blocking me from doing my thing. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
Oh my God, did you see your face?
Head down. You're ruining the illusion.
Stop screaming at Minnie Mouse, you weirdo.
Well, yeah, but if they don't have their
You're
fucking
ruining
head
the
on,
illusion.
if they don't have their head on, they ruin the illusion.
Want to get a little Mickey D's?
I'm full, man. I'll go into Mickey D's with you, though.
Nah, I'm good. I just realized what that entailed, me getting McDonald's.
Madam Tussauds, $6 discount.
Damn, $6 discount.
That's good. It's like $30 to go and see the wax things, right?
Let's go see the wax thing. No, they got one outside. Let's see who it is. This is fun stuff.
Yeah, man. When I'm missing a golf caddying story, I'm fucking intense.
I got a couple more.
Bang one out.
Bang another.
Tell me a golf story.
Well, I mean, there's boring ones where like the older guys would leave the joints all over the golf course for the caddies,
Oh, no shit.
and then you take a hit and leave it for the next caddy.
You see, that kind of shit is gone. Like kids helping other kids out and everybody. Don't you feel like people are more selfish now than we were growing up?
Absolutely, they're all for themselves. Fucking Bruce Willis.
What?
That's fucking Bruce Willis right there,
That is Bruce Willis.
bro. That's Bruce Willis. It's fucking Bruce Willis right there. That's creepy.
That is, right?
That's creepy. You can't
Holy
see it.
shit.
but They got that wax shit figured
They got it
out.
down, bro. I must say, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That's kind of good.
You looking at us? Oh, man, I thought he was talking to me, but he's talking to you.
Oh, jeez.
Guy's shouting right past us. How are you, sir? You want to be on my podcast? You want to be on my podcast? A podcast.
Sorry,
It's a podcast.
I don't know what that is.
It's kind of like where like legendary radio guys go to die.
Now, why would I want to die?
Not you. I don't want you to die. Who are you, man?
Me, I'm Eric.
And what are you doing on 42nd Street?
I'm coming by to take a look.
You're just taking a look around?
Yeah.
All right, we got to go do our podcast, all right?
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Yeah, Carl, look at Mike Pence behind you. Mike fucking Pence. Just chilling.
Holy shit, I thought it was Mike Pence. Then I realized, I'm like, it's just Opie saying stupid shit.
Yeah, but how much does that guy look
Oh,
like
he
Mike
looks
Pence?
like a lot like Pensanucci.
All right.
That Bruce Willis thing is creepy, right?
That is really creepy. How the fuck they do that?
With wax. It says it right there. Wax Museum.
Nah, there's more going on than wax.
What do you mean? You think it's latex or something?
It has to be. Right?
I would think that was a real person, right? Like, if that thing started moving, I'd be completely...
You would freak the fuck out.
Look at the neck and everything.
How about the 5 o'clock shadow?
Dude, they nailed it. All right, let's go to the studio.
It's this way. I made you walk past it.
No, they're fucking...
I don't think we could go upstairs because I don't have my badge. You got your badge?
Nope. Tim Sabian's in Minnesota, right?
I'm hoping he's up here. His mom died.
I know. Sorry about that, Tim.
We love Tim Sabian.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Nothing but the best for Tim Sabian and his family. Thoughts and
Sure
prayers.
Huh? Oh, yeah, here it is. Live
right here. What do we do? Now we got to wait for Mike.
He's not here yet?
No, man. All right, Joe, we're outside Westwood
Take
1.
it away, Joe.
I guess you got to take it
Take
away.
it away, Joe.
All right, I'll let him take it away.
Take it away.
All right. We'll be upstairs with Sherrod Small from the Westwood 1 studio in just a mere few minutes.
Take it the fuck away, Joe.
Or maybe it's a time jump. Or maybe Joey plays a fun little song. I don't know.
Right.
Joey's going to do something here, though.
Thank you, Greg. I'm taking it away, Carl. But first, my sincere condolences to our Tim Sabian. May your mom rest in peace, sir. Let this be a reminder to you, Opie Radio listener. Call your mother. Tim was by his mother's side until her last breath. I know because he tweeted it. Well, it sounds like their little date before heading to Westwood One Podcast Network went a little awkward for the Cuban, and personally, I understand. No time jump, no more cut-ins, but before we return, a little song is Opie requested. And then it's the show you know and love, Greg, Carl, and Sherrod in studio on Opie Radio. Live read, brother.
I want to discuss omega-3s for a minute. In case you're unaware, omega-3s have been touted as one of the healthiest supplements, but many have questioned whether this fact is too good to be true. So you guys know that I do my homework on every potential sponsor on this podcast. And after talking with Omax3 and trying their supplements, they are definitely a must-try. Before I forget, make sure to visit tryomax.com/Opie. That's tryomax.com/Opie, OMAX, by the way, to get a free box with your first purchase. Over 75% of Americans don't get enough omega-3s in their diet, and you're probably one of them, so let me tell you why they are so important to your health. They alleviate joint pain and muscle soreness and make you feel your best, especially post-workout. They also improve focus and memory, boost cardiovascular health, and more. And you're also probably wondering what else makes Omax 3 different from other supplements on the market. Well, you've probably seen some of these supplements at the store, but many of the top sellers simply don't contain enough omega-3s to give you results. Omax 3 Ultra Pure is almost 95% pure omega-3 fatty acids. It's the purest concentration on the market. Omax 3 is clinically tested, so it's safe for you and your family. The purest option, no fish burps, by the way. There are many omega-3s on the market, but this is the purest, most potent, most concentrated one out there. So whether you're an athlete, student, busy parent, gamer, or working professional, almost anyone can benefit from Omax 3 Ultra Pure. And best of all, you can notice the positive effects within days. That's right. It worked for me. Go try omax.com/Opie. That's OMAX. Omax.com/Opie today to get a box of Omax 3 Ultra Pure for free with your first purchase. That's tryomax.com/Opie to get your free box of Omax 3 with your first purchase. Try omax.com/Opie. Terms and conditions apply. That's tryomax.com/Opie. And welcome aboard to Omax.
Opie Radio.
Today's show is sponsored by Talkspace. I love Talkspace, the online therapy company that lets you message a licensed therapist from anywhere at any time. All you need is a computer with internet connection or the Talkspace mobile app. That means you can improve your mental health even if you've had trouble making time for it in the past. Can't imagine fitting anything else into your life? Well, with Talkspace, therapy is as easy as sending your therapist a message. Get something off your chest whenever you need to. Talk about everyday challenges at work or at home. Just chat about life. There are no extra commutes, no leaving the office, and no judgments. Carl, you like to talk space?
What?
You like to talk space?
Yeah, but you should use it a little bit more.
That old gag. Remember that therapy isn't just about venting your innermost thoughts or digging into childhood memories. It's also about practical everyday strategies for stress management and living a happier life. Having a therapist simply provides you a designated person for you to talk to, which is trained to listen and help you make positive changes. The Talkspace platform has over 2,000 licensed therapists who are experienced in addressing life challenges we all face. To match with a perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, all you have to do is go to Talkspace.com/Opie, that's OPIE, and use the code Opie to get $45 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's Talkspace.com/Opie. Talkspace.com/Opie. OPIE. I love Talkspace.
Westwood One Podcast Network presents OpieRadio with Greg Opie Hughes, Carl Ruiz, and Sherrod Small in their brand new studio. Don't fuck this up, Mikey.
Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone who cares. Second best, put me to the test.
Hey friends, we're here with Heidi King, Deputy Administrator of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. NHTSA is working hard to change habits and save lives. Heidi, tell us about the national campaign, Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over.
NHTSA's National High Visibility Enforcement Campaign will focus on alcohol as we always have. But this year we are also talking about drug-impaired driving and specifically marijuana.
What message do you have for drivers who think it's okay to drive while high?
If you think driving while high doesn't affect you, you're wrong. It has been proven that THC, the chemical responsible for most of marijuana's psychoactive effects, slows reaction time, impairs cognitive performance, and makes it more difficult for drivers to keep a steady position in their lane. Remember, any impairment, including drugs, is illegal if you are operating a vehicle.
Well, thank you, Heidi. For more info about the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over and the new If You Feel Different, You Drive Different campaigns, visit NHTSA.gov/drivesober.
Your chest, you need to confess. I will deliver, you know I'm a forgiver. Reach out and touch, babe. Reach out. Your own personal Jesus. Reach out.
Are we rolling, Mikey?
We're rolling right now. I gotta get Carl some headphones.
Here we are in the Westwood One Studios.
Yes.
Live from Times Square, 42nd Street.
Armpit of America.
I fought through 4 fucking homeless prostitutes just to make it to the McDonald's to breathe, and then I made a break for the building.
It is wild out there, man.
This is the aftermath.
Like, most of Times Square is like Disney World or Disneyland, as we all know. But this part of 42nd Street is still old
grime.
school, man. It's got the grime. It's got the dirt.
That's the last grimy block on, man. Everybody looked like they just came out of Port Authority taking a nap. It's brutal out there.
They're getting some fresh air.
There's two things Westwood One's not good at.
What's that?
Location and podcast.
Well, they're getting there. Me and Carl were talking. We were in here about a week ago checking out this new studio they built for us.
Yeah.
And it looks so much nicer a week ago.
Yo, we came in here. Turning on the lights is depressing.
Why? I think it's nice. I like this place.
We had to turn the lights on.
Right?
You know,
it
when
just
you're
felt like...
You know when you're the first guy at the gym and you got to turn the lights on?
I don't know what that means.
He knows, Sherrod knows.
I know what you're talking about.
And then those lights that take forever.
And
like
clink, 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 clink,
yeah,
clink, clink, clink.
but they take forever to go on because they got to warm up and then they finally go on and then you can start shooting some hoops.
This is like a public school. It's got public school lights in here.
I feel like wheels at Degrassi Junior High.
It's the asbestos in the walls. You can see shit chipping. No doubt about it. It's asbestos all in these walls.
Well, they quickly put this thing together because I think they're sick of me just wandering around with the Zoom.
Oh, yeah.
But now we got in here and the lights are a little dimmer than we.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
There's less lights in here.
They already took lights out?
It's a track. So they took the lights out so they could light the hallway. Yo, this is for real. Noah's fucking Ark.
You think they?
They just got two of everything. That's it.
You think they staged our new studio to make it look nice, and then as soon as we said right on, right?
Yes. Timmy was like, "Hey, you guys are here."
As soon as we gave the thumbs up, they ran in.
Lights.
Oh, another light just went on. Hey,
little LED from Walmart.
All right. Well, now we need a couple matchboxes to fix the shaky table.
Table's a little shaky, and you know it's ghost in here. You can feel the energy in here.
Really?
You know they used to fuck. Yeah, before this building was this building, even before the McDonald's was next door.
Right.
There's whores coming through here.
You know this for
Oh yeah, a lot of shit coming through here.
This was
man.
one of those spots.
One of the spots.
This was bad.
Really?
Oh yeah.
This was
Oh
bad.
yeah, there's a lot of ghost of pussy past. This motherfucker.
I know those. I know that
This
very
place
well.
has the feel of a fucking Civil War hospital.
Who you? Who you?
A Civil War hospital.
It's just ghosts aplenty. Ghosts aplenty.
There's still a few leeches.
With the wood leg and the bandage over the eye, the bloody bandage, old Civil War soldier
It's a
walking
weird
around.
mix. This is 42nd Street. First of all, Times Square, because you got hot girls mixed in with just fucking animals.
Oh my God, you're right.
There's savages outside.
But there's so many hot women. You're like, holy shit, look at this girl.
I know, and they're the tourist ones. You can catch them.
Yeah.
You can catch
You
them.
can catch?
Yeah.
I've catched girls on 42nd Street.
Catch and release.
Catch and release.
Yeah, you walk through Times Square now, man.
Every once in a while, someone's not like,
Damn.
big fan. I'm like, oh, are you really?
How
big of a fan?
I saw Carl finger blasting Minnie Mouse. 23rd and 8th. You don't give a fuck there's a cartoon character. Spread them.
I like yelling at them that they're ruining the illusion because they take their heads off.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, you're ruining the illusion.
You see him having a smoke. You see Spider-Man having a smoke.
yeah.
It's like, you son
Imagine
of a bitch.
I walk through Times Square and the only person I'm nervous about is Opie. Everyone else doesn't bother me. The Minnie Mouse shitting in her own costume doesn't bother me, but Opie, you're ruining the illusion, just makes me insane.
I like socializing. Sherrod likes to
Sherrod,
socialize with the
I
people.
don't think Opie understands.
Did he yell that at one of the people?
Yo, he's yelling at everybody, bro. But I try to explain to him is I said it's a numbers game. Sooner or later,
Somebody's going to snap
it's
on
going
him.
to snap on him, and guess who's going to have to deal with it?
What?
Hazmat Carl. Clean up the fucking mess.
I'm going to have to clean it up because he's going to go right to Twitter like Anthony did and say somebody's a nigga.
That's the first.
I'll be like, here we go again.
Yep, now we got fired from the thing that we weren't working in.
I can take care of myself. I do what I want. I do what I want.
I do what I want.
Someone says that a lot on Twitter. I do what I want.
I do what I want.
You know, I mean, it's a start, guys.
I saw one video where you not attacking, but you video of the fucking dirtiest microwave in the city.
Yo,
Yeah,
and you
man.
have the dude open it. Meanwhile, his lunch is in there. I'm like,
That is
he
the
has no
truth.
filter. This guy has no chill.
No fucking.
I was like, oh man, that microwave is filthy. Open it up.
And the typical white response, I'm going to buy you a new one. Like,
Yes.
it's like the shame is okay because you're getting another one.
He's like, please let me take out the dinner my wife prepared all week for me so you can tease microwave, yes?
That's my tire shop, man.
Her wife made it with her feet, and you're fucking making fun of it.
Every 5 years, I get a blowout, and I go there to get it fixed.
Right, and you ridicule the microwave.
You saw how dirty that thing was.
That microwave looked like a fucking
It was disgusting.
a bandage.
Bro, I got a flat on the Cross Bronx Expressway, man, so I rimmed it all the way home. I'm not
Really?
stopping. I'm
Wait
too
a
white
minute.
to stop on the
Wait,
Cross.
well, you stop it.
Sherrod.
It's not the same. It's not the fucking rumble in the Bronx.
But me and Carl were talking about it, though. You remember the old days of the Cross Bronx Expressway
Yeah,
with all the
yeah.
burnt out cars on
Yes.
the side of the road? Like, if you broke down on the Cross Bronx Expressway and were stupid enough to leave your car to get help,
Yeah.
by the time you came back, there wasn't much
There was
left.
no car.
You remember, right?
Oh, it was no car. I remember one time my mother was driving and we were up in Cross Bronx.
Yeah.
And the car was acting up. Something was overheating. she right away saw this was payphone days.
Yeah.
She got the payphone, called the cousin that we have in the Bronx. That motherfucker came down with a crew, and I think that saved us.
Yeah.
We would, because people was looking at the car, we locked the door. Motherfucker, everybody breakdancing outside the car. Nigga, it's like, are we about to get breakdance stabbed? Am I fucking 9 years old about to get stabbed by a Puerto Rican breakdancer?
Yeah.
There would be nothing left of these cars.
They would come out. Remember the Star Wars? What do they call it? The Sand People?
Yeah.
That would just come up. That's what
They'll be back in greater numbers.
It's like
the Sand People show
They
up.
scare easy, but
And all
be
you
back.
hear is like Mark Anthony in the back, and it is on.
But now it's not like that. You could have. It's white people up there now.
It's like a whole bunch of ants
Should have got
taking.
to the lemonade stand.
It was
up
2
on
Starbucks
exit
on the block
3.
where he broke down.
But it's like a whole bunch of ants taking apart a cricket. That's
I
what
know,
they
but
do
you
to
gotta
your car.
understand that. It's Opie, right? So even the white people, if they live in the Bronx, they're black to Opie.
I like how he
That's a
compared.
black white person.
He compared people from the Bronx to army ants ripping a cricket apart. He's been watching a lot of wildlife stuff in the house.
And you remember the buildings, all the burnt out buildings, so they would make believe they still had windows, and they would put up what plywood, and then they would paint curtains,
and flowers on it,
and flower pots and all that.
Remember when Ronald Reagan came up there, right when he first became president, right before he became president, he was running or whatever, and came up to the Bronx. It's footage of this. Ronald Reagan in the Bronx with all the burned down buildings in like a third world country. People like, what are you going to do for us?
Knock this
and
shit
he's like,
down.
give me a chance to talk. Honey, I watched that video so many times.
Did he actually say that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were yelling at him. They were yelling at him.
But he actually said, give me a chance to talk?
Yes.
I've never seen this video.
Oh, it's so good.
I can't wait to Google that after this.
The Bronx was on fire.
Just to see
Yeah, it
him in
was
the
on
middle
fire.
of that shit. It was like a war zone. It was
Right.
like a war zone.
What are you trying to do for us?
I'm trying to tell you.
Why don't you push?
I can't do a damn thing for you if I don't get elected.
Right.
And all the, we had slumlords and people didn't build up the buildings.
But I think the kids had a blast.
Do you know what came
running
out of
in and
that?
out of all those buildings?
I remember back in Brooklyn, we used to play in abandoned buildings all the
Right,
time.
that's what I'm saying.
I remember one time, it was an abandoned building next to our junior high school.
Right.
We all up in there running around, and the floors are going, so you got to step on the beams to get. One of my boys, a fat kid, Sam, this motherfucker steps on the ground on the third floor, falls through the floor, falls through the second floor, hits the fucking first floor.
Wow.
We jetted. We left his fat, crippled ass.
Why are you always leaving your friends behind?
That's what you do when you're a kid. He's like, you know what? I can still run.
He jumps out.
Next thing we know, he comes out
limping,
and he's covered in dog shit. Because he fell into a pile of dog shit at the first floor.
Yeah.
And we laughed.
That's not dog shit. That's probably homeless.
Everyone
I'm
else
human
is
shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's human
But
shit.
why are you always leaving your friends, man? You jumped out of that canoe.
I bounced, man.
The canoe story is my favorite of all time.
Survival.
You see the red flags, money, you better bounce.
You better bounce. We had the same shit in the suburbs out on Long Island, but it was when they were building all the new homes, like a brand new court with like 10 or 12 homes. And I knew I was with a bad dude because we would go, and me and my friends, we'd run around the houses and
He's
run
in
up.
there stealing pipes, nigga.
No, all of a sudden his name was Craig. I wish I could say his last name, but
Shout out to Craig.
what's up, Craig?
Why something Irish?
Doing some time somewhere.
Craig McInerney.
Do you remember though the days when you had a friend that you knew it was time to fucking move on from?
Oh, yeah.
And well, that was the day where we're just doing silly, stupid, we're 12,
feeling like
13-year-old horseshit running in these houses as they're half built and kind of finding excitement, going upstairs even though they don't
doing
have
kid
a
stuff.
they don't have a staircase
Did
yet.
he kill a girl in there? This is a real
Fucking
deal.
McInerney.
He starts picking up the bricks and just taking out all the windows.
Oh, see.
And I'm like, come on, man, this was fun
That's
before
rule number
that.
one. You don't break the windows because then you can't squat.
But but he also liked throwing rocks at his neighbor while she was raking leaves.
Oh my God! There was this one kid in my town.
And you still hung with him after the neighbor with the relief.
Well, it was, I can't explain.
He was like, you can hit a little girl in the head with a rock, but once you break a window, they don't belong to you.
It was my
can't be
it was my other friend's mom who was getting hit by the rocks by Craig.
Right.
Because they lived next door to each other, and I was friends with that house too.
And
Yeah, he was a bad dude, man. And then he was bummed out that I wasn't hanging with him anymore. I'm like, the signs are all over the place. I got to move on.
Sometimes you got to stop hanging out. There was this kid when we were growing up, and my parents said, "Don't hang out with the kid. The kid's crazy."
Right.
They didn't use the word crazy back then. It was a different word, right? Don't hang out with that kid. The kid's crazy. And I was like, "Ma, he's fine." So all of us go to the park, Third Ward Park, in the middle of Passaic, And we're on this little bridge, and they had this nice little pond with the ducks and everything. So we're just overlooking, 6 of us are looking at the little baby ducks with the mama ducks swimming. All of a sudden, from behind us, we feel, whoo, this wind, boom, a big piece of fucking sidewalk lands on all the baby ducks and the big duck, and there's Jose smiling at us. We're like, did you just throw over the little bridge a piece of sidewalk and kill that whole duck family? He's like, crazy, right? We're like,
oh my God.
You're done, bro. You are done.
I think that's the crossroads for everybody.
And I just looked at him and said, you just unnecessarily murdered a whole family of ducks.
Well, one thing we know about this guy, he's definitely cool. Yeah, he's definitely the Fonzie of your group. Y'all a bunch of Ralph Mouths.
And he was in kid jail.
What a psycho.
A year later, he was in kid jail. And then that's it. He's in the system.
Everyone knows
you know what I mean?
Everyone knows you take a potato sack, put them all in the potato sack, and then throw them in the pond.
See, that's some white. See, that's why they're serial killers. You see that? Jose just killed them instantly there. There was no plot.
Okay, I got a story.
We had one of those in our town, Centerport, Long Island, where they found a whole sack of kittens in the pond.
I got to tell you this story. I think I might have
Sherrod.
said this I told you about this on the radio before. I'm not sure. About Rhonda on my block?
No.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I talk about it on stage now,
Here
too.
we go.
Rhonda Earl. That's it. That's the name.
Shout out to Rhonda.
She just a regular girl.
Yeah.
I'm maybe like 8, 9. She's about 15, 16 at this time. And we all hanging out. It's around summertime. It's July. It's almost July. It's like June, but it's almost 4th of July time. So we all have fireworks. Okay, we all chill. Rhonda Earl, girl now, sweet little. You look at her, be like, this is a nice little girl.
Yeah.
She go now. I'm younger than her, so they're more in charge. The older kids. Tone's there too. My cousin Tony Rock. She goes, grabs a stray cat, takes like 4 or 5 firecrackers, shoves it in the cat's ass, lights it on fire. The cat runs under the car, and all we hear is boom.
Oh my God.
She's a 16-year-old girl, and she later became a Marine.
Really?
That makes sense.
And now she's just a grown woman with kids and stuff. You wouldn't have. But yes,
She blew up a cat.
blew a cat's ass, and then the cat came out bloodied ass.
Oh, man.
I'm like 8, 9 years old like this. What is happening? Is this Earth? Is this what Earth is about? Just to grab a cat and stick things in the ass, let alone fireworks.
So the cat survived?
I
For a
mean,
little
it
while?
just ran off and died somewhere.
No kidding.
Had to.
And you see Rhonda to this day?
I haven't
Every
seen her in
once
a while, but if I go to like maybe 8 years ago, a block party, I see her.
Yeah.
I'm like this. Hey, she's like, hey, want some potato salad? No.
One thing is, when I was a kid, I grew up Latino with Latino friends, and Latino people are a little better adjusted than crazy white kids, right? So my father started making money, so then they put me in like a private school because I was a problem. I was a problem for everything, right? My first answer to everything was, no, I don't care. Sit down. No, I don't care. So I was a problem. So they put me in a rich white school. So the first party I go to with these white kids, I completely didn't understand the culture.
Yeah.
Right? So we go to this party in this other town. So like the kids had cars. I didn't have a car.
Right.
So it's like 10 deep inside of a brand new Nissan Pathfinder. We go to this party.
Okay.
Everybody's dropping acid. I'm hanging.
It's white
back.
kids. It's white kid stuff. Yeah.
Everybody. So now we walk into a house party, beautiful house. Everybody's on acid.
Right.
So it's zombie land, and I'm walking through this whole thing, right? There's this big heavy girl, and she wanted to go into the hot tub, and I hear my buddy mumbling behind me, if that fucking girl goes into the hot tub, I'm going to kill her. And he keeps mumbling. And I'm like, ha ha, because I thought it was funny. I look at his face, I'm like, oh, shit.
Was it his house?
No, we're a guest. So the girl's like, oh, so the hot tub was on the second floor, offset on the deck. Beautiful house.
Nice.
And here comes this girl, and she gets down to her skivvies. She's thick.
Right.
Like, even for us, bro.
Like
even for me and you. It was
you're not talking like thicker than a Snicker. You mean
no. I'm talking about a case of chocolates.
Okay.
A fundraiser box.
Excuse me, you want to buy some chocolates for my basketball team? I got a box of them.
She's a fundraiser. Yeah, that kind of chocolate.
But you look 30 years old.
Why does she have a goatee?
I'm a player coach.
You have a goatee on your back.
I start scratching my head. I'm like, something here doesn't make sense.
So he's behind me, and now he's working himself into a fucking froth.
Like to himself.
Just talking to himself. And I'm like,
mercy.
I'm not telling him to stop because I don't want to be part of it.
Right.
You know, where we come from, you don't tell people to stop.
Right. This is a white guy doing
White
this?
kid.
Okay.
On acid.
Oh, boy.
Picks up a can of beer, full, right out of the little cooler they had there, and wings it across the room and hits her right in the head like a sniper. Splits her fucking head
Whoa.
open. Now she's bleeding. Not done yet. He goes nuts and just starts throwing shit everywhere. There's a dog, a golden retriever, downstairs.
No. Oh, Bubba,
Scream, barking, rah, 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 because there's a commotion.
Right.
Grabs 2 more beers, starts hitting the dog. Okay? Everybody knows the party just popped off. We got to get out of there.
Right.
So now I'm in a car.
With him?
With him. We're driving away. I said, stop. I get out and go into the bushes. Right?
Right.
5 minutes later, I hear the fucking police sirens and whatever. They get pulled over down the road.
Right.
One of the kids in the car, his father's a New Jersey State Trooper, had his father's gun.
Oh.
Everybody went to jail.
Oh, no kidding.
And I sat in the bushes all night.
I don't blame
like
you.
Jason Bourne, just waiting for it to cool down. Walked all the way to the highway, pay phone, collect, and got picked up the next day. Everybody else went
to jail.
And no one, like anybody else in the car, and they were everyone's on acid. But they forgot about me 100%, which was the best thing that happened.
Yeah, no kidding. You lucked out.
Beat up the dog with beer cans, split the girl's head open with a beer. It was a disaster.
Well, one thing's for sure about this situation.
Yes.
It was the best senior year ever.
Junior year. and that's when I realized white kids unhinged.
What did you do last summer?
Kill the girl, beat a dog up.
Right.
Almost shot somebody with my daddy gun.
Sherrod, it was just so much shit happened. I'm like,
That's
what do you
bananas.
Like the next time, I'm like, what do you mean he had his father's gun? Like what?
What was going through your head between leaving the party and before you jumped out the car? Because it had to be inner turmoil and panic.
I was like, I don't know where I'm at. I know the heat's coming.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, let me get out. And when I got in the car, I noticed that they were so panicked driving over. The minute they went over someone's lawn onto another street, I said, stop. And he stopped. You know how he stopped? By putting it in park. No. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, boom, I'm out. I'm out. And then I hear, and they got it again. And I went right into the bushes.
What kind of bush?
Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
I think it's Nantucket again.
This motherfucker.
What kind of bush?
Stay close to the mic. Tells to a guy that has headphones on.
What's going on, Mike? Carl wasn't close to the mic. He doesn't have good mic technique in the new studio.
Because I don't even have headphones.
Yeah, man. We got to get headphones.
First of all, in the studio, it's hard not to be close to the mic. It's tiny in here. The mic's up my ass.
Yeah, it's a little on the small side. You notice how big that room is, though, for the producer?
Yeah, why is that so big over there?
I don't know.
This place is a fucking sham.
It's a Ponzi
This is
scheme.
so Ponzi.
Right.
You're lucky to be alive, man. All those kids lucky to be alive.
Yo, I'm going to tell you something, man.
But that's
the father got in trouble. Everybody.
I mean, how could
Sergeant, state police.
But that's the crossroads that everyone faces, and you either fucking bounce or you stay with that crew.
But let me tell you something. One thing I learned from Sherrod, in the hood, you learn very early to bounce because things escalate
quickly.
Because see, in the white world back then, the cops never got involved, right? So it would always stay between kids and shit. But in the hood, all of a sudden you get some, Mr. Frank McSorley fucking shows up from the precinct and just splitting heads.
I'll show these niggas who's boss down here. These are my streets. It's like I'm 8 years old, sir.
I'm just trying to get ice cream.
I can't even cross the street. Why are you kidding me?
Oh, God.
But it's the truth, right, Sean? So whenever things escalated to the point where I'm like, all right, police can be involved.
Yeah.
As a minority, you'd be like, you got to get out of here because they would treat you like an adult. You'll get shot like a regular fucking person.
Jeez, I just don't
Whereas
have that.
in the suburbs, they'll literally sit there with their dad's guns, and be like, I don't understand why you're touching. I'm like, what is going on here?
I just don't have that experience.
Oh, no.
I simply don't have that experience.
Look at you, man. I mean,
the cops show up and go like this to Opie. Who hurt you?
Exactly.
Are you okay? First off, are you okay? Can I get you a drink or something?
You look parched.
Which one of these monkeys put their hands on you? Are you okay, Opie? I listened to the show.
Big fan.
I didn't even understand black until junior high school.
Oh, the cops show up in Opie's
when you needed a point guard?
7th grade was when I had my first experience with black kids.
Was it on the basketball court? It wasn't in school?
How much
What
did
was
you
it?
pay for them?
No,
what do you mean experience?
No, then I liked hanging out with the black guys in high school way more than the white guys, and I played basketball.
You played ball, so that's
no,
definitely
but how I was brought up, but we didn't have any interaction. Well, except for the fresh air fun kids. Yeah.
Doesn't Opie look like the one?
Fresh air fun kids.
I thought I told you this story.
What?
Very Centerport, Long Island is very Catholic. And
I used to beat the shit out of these kids. Tell me about these kids who got busted into an ass whooping.
No, there would be a program where they would bust a black kid in.
Bust them out, yeah. No.
And then we had our own.
What do you mean bust a black kid in? You mean kids? You don't take a whole bus.
No,
one
each
black
family had one. We all got a black kid for the summer.
Oh my! Hold on 1 second.
Holy
Sherrod went weak.
What kind of Angelina Jolie summer camp?
And I remember how wrong it was at the time, being just a little kid. So
what kind of selfish
I forgot her
shit is
name. She was cool as hell. We loved her. She lived with us for a while, but my memory's not. It's so long ago. I don't know if she was there for the summer or for a couple weeks. I really don't know. Then we went to the big pool at Camp Alvernia. The whole community went with their black kid for a swimming day.
Right. The whole community with one black kid.
Each family had one black kid.
And they all brought them all to the pool the same day. Y'all had to bring your nigga to the pool day? Jesus Christ.
But
Did you grow up in the early 50s?
But they met well.
What part of Germany was
You
this?
remember the fresh air fun.
I remember fresh air fun. I remember all
right.
that kind of shit. I remember all.
And this is my 12-year-old memory, so maybe I'm messing it up a little bit. But that's how I remember it.
And then y'all all showed up, and then the black kids immediately run to each other at the pool like this. You okay? Holding hands, singing Kumbaya, trying to fucking get a group out of there. Trying to get helicoptered out.
Trying to escape Alcatraz.
We make the break tonight, guys.
Right.
Breaking out through the hot tub like Victory, the old soccer movie with Pele, just running off the field.
All I remember how weird it was because I grew up in a very white, town.
Of course, if you're
and then
reporting black
these
people
extremely
from
white families now all of a sudden had a black kid because they thought they were doing something
the right
good.
thing. Yeah,
Did they give him white names for the weekend? Like, your name's Craig this weekend.
Yeah. I know those black kids in there pretending like the food's good. No, I love raisins in my everything. Boo. Fucking boo.
I love this raisin salad that you made.
Raisins in the meatloaf? Why not?
Hi, throw a little honesty out there, and this is what you get. But I remember how weird
with sand in it before.
I remember how weird it was, though. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say.
It seems weird, but it's good natured.
I don't even think they have that program anymore.
I would hope not.
That was
Sherrod,
like,
I bet you know how much undercover racist shit those white families must be doing. Like they bought watermelon at the shop, right? Like before
they love this. Then they burnt the sheets after the kid left. Burn them. We don't got no need for them. Either burnt them or wore them.
Exactly.
Also,
they wore them with the scent.
Also in our town, very Catholic community, the Vietnamese kids came in.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Now that was different.
Yeah. You remember that?
Oh, you mean the wave of adoptions?
We're more or less on this around the same age.
Yeah,
around the Vietnam era, when that whole situation blew up, there's a lot of kids without families. So the Catholic churches,
archdiocese,
were adopting Vietnamese kids left and right, and our neighborhood had a lot of them. And one family, God, I wish I could name names. I just don't want to get in trouble. But it was a huge Catholic family.
Right.
They took 2 in.
Let me get this straight.
Treated them like shit.
They must have had a garden.
Let me get this straight.
They had a garden?
The Catholic Church was involved with children at some point? Taking them away and doing what?
But these kids...
You know those kids was getting fucked, man.
These kids would come to school. They wouldn't know one word of English. They would have that damn dictionary, English, Vietnamese to English, whatever the hell it was.
Right.
And by the time we graduated, they were the smartest kids in the entire high school.
Yeah.
Like way above everybody else.
They came in hungry, money.
Yeah.
They came in hungry, yes.
Plus, where are they going to go? They're stuck in some house. They can't even watch TV. You probably got them in the closet.
Y'all in there playing Ataris and ColecoVisions, nigga. They in there fucking building a robot to take back their homeland.
They're upstairs with war paint hunting a cat.
By the way, to bring this all the way around to what me and you were talking about before we ran into Sherrod today, remember the Vietnamese kid under the tree with the lightning?
Yeah.
That's the family.
Wait, what happened under the lightning?
I was also a caddy growing up. It's
Right.
the only other job I ever had.
Right.
And I remember distinctly, these thunderstorms would come rolling in, Huntington Crescent Club out there on Long Island. And and this Asian Vietnamese kid that I knew very well. He was adopted by this very Catholic family. He was a caddy, and he went under this massive tree during a huge thunderstorm. And a bolt of lightning split that fucking thing in half while he was under it.
Wow.
Yes, and we laughed ourselves silly.
What a lucky son of a bitch he is to survive the white man and white lightning. White lightning and the white man couldn't
Well,
kill him.
how lucky, too, because, he's got metal golf clubs.
He was holding the bag?
Well, no, the bag was nearby, but it hit the tree above him and split it right in half.
Wow.
Joe, what's up?
Oh, that's his name, Joe?
His American name.
Ah, the white man's the devil. You know his name is Chong Lee or some shit. Calling him Joe.
You know his real name is some kind of airplane noise.
It's a remote control airplane. It's a kid in a remote control
Just trying to fly my...
Oh, man. As soon as the Catholic Church got their hands on him, they was like this, you don't need that name no more. You're James now.
Bro, now that we know all the shit that was going on with the Catholic churches,
Brutal.
And they're bringing Vietnamese kids in
Who
that
don't
can't speak English, what the fuck do you think was going on?
They was fucking them kids. They were fucking them kids. The kids was getting fucked.
Let me tell you something. My mother was super involved with the church. I told you this before. And then my I was a problem child, I guess. You guys all know that. But my parents said
Catholic too, right?
Yeah. My mother said you should go to the local church and after school.
Oh yeah, you told me this. That's right.
After school, you go there and stay with the priest and be with Jesus and this and that. First day, the Monsignor got arrested for burying a bunch of altar boys.
Really?
Oh my God! He had his own Ibiza club in his room.
And then your father come get you?
And my father came in a white Cadillac. Get in the car.
Grabbed them right out of there.
I was killing pigeons in the back all day. Fuck, yeah.
And they were just moving them around.
Yeah,
Probably, but the
They
thing
were
is,
just doing trades like the NBA.
they had to
Now
let
you
those-
go over there.
Yeah. And
they
go
would
fuck up some more kids.
Yeah, and they would send these guys knowing what kind of problems they were, but they just want them out of their town, and they moved on to another town and had started all over.
Look, they pay back a lot of money, these priests. I mean, the church did try to do some good after this. Come on, boys. Don't
remember
come down on the church now.
Oh, boy.
Our Lady Queen of Martyrs. Shout out.
Shout out, Queen of Martyrs.
Shout out. I remember
15th place conference champion basketball.
Nice. That beats last year.
I remember the priests were living a really nice life when I was caddying once again. Huntington Crescent Club, what's up? A lot of shout-outs today. And the priest got a free membership to the Huntington Crescent Club.
Right.
Rolling up in a brand new fucking caddy. We would have to run down. He would pop that hood of the trunk.
And you would take all the kids
brand new,
out?
state-of-the-art.
Kids went out. Help me! Sunshine!
50 kids came running out in underwear.
And all they want to do is
Their
drop.
underwear was on backwards.
The underoos on backwards. That's a faded Aquaman.
All he wanted to do is drop off his brand new golf clubs, and he lost 2 or 3. They did the run for freedom.
Exactly. I went to get my 9-iron, and Jimmy ran out.
Oh well, we make more.
We'll send
Oh
from
well,
the other parish.
that's hilarious. But these guys had
rich
money. I'm like,
idiot.
what the fuck?
Some make bank.
Yeah, they back then. I don't know.
There's a lot of shade going on there, and it's a shame because inherently it's a good religion. You know what I mean? It's just a simple piece of it.
Plus, it's human nature. You do your side deals. What, you want your baby christened? Let's leave this between me and you. We ain't got to tell the church about it. I got the church on Saturday.
Right.
So they do that kind of same human shit. You get a hookup and a side pay. You give a nigga $500. You give your kid one of these, one of these crosses.
My church, they baptize you at your house for $10. You can get baptized.
But it's money.
Yeah.
They get money.
Yeah, they do.
I went to
They
Catholic
make the
school
money
in
in
New
the
York.
weddings and
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
So.
But some, don't have anything. Some just live in a brother's house.
Yeah.
And don't might go on
Franciscans,
vacation once in a
they
while.
have that vow of poverty. Those are the good ones.
Can I go back to the Cross Bronx Expressway?
Oh, here we go.
No, because I remember another story. So most people know I really did grow up very poor, one of 7 kids, and then we were always taking in kids and stuff. And when our cars got old,
right,
my dad would drive them off like he was getting rid of a dead pet.
And just leave it in the Bronx?
And he would leave the cars somewhere.
Somewhere. Where you leave them?
Well, I'm leading.
Black neighborhoods?
Yeah. No, I'm leading to that. He definitely had a spot.
Okay.
But when he got older, like, so over the years, all of a sudden our old car would be just missing. He's like, yeah, it's gone now. It would be very vague. But we're like,
shitty
we're
was
like,
that car that you couldn't sell it?
But
maybe insurance money. You got.
One of 7 kids, man. We had a Volkswagen bus that they took the seats out to fit more kids in there.
Wow.
So we would hold on to where the seatbelts were strapped to the bottom, bolted into the bottom.
Would it kill these Catholic monkeys to wear condoms?
You want to hear a story? My mom had 7 kids in 6 years. Okay, and she went
to a Wahlberg.
Jesus Christ! She went to Our Lady Queen of Martyrs because now my dad is not making that much money. We have a lot of fucking mouths to feed.
Right.
So she went down to the church for help. Like you fucking people told me to have all these kids. Now I need some fucking help. And she didn't really get the help.
They didn't help out?
She turned her back on the whole Catholic religion. She starts seeing the hypocrisy of the whole fucking thing. Yeah, because we were struggling. And then she went to the church like, hey, man, it's part of the religion, have as many kids as possible.
Jesus.
Right.
So fast forward 30 years, she comes up to Opie. Opie makes believe he's the church. Can't help you.
Oh, I helped. I
Gets
helped.
them started every time.
They took my caddy money.
Look at him. OCD over there with the pennies. Now he's all fired up.
Mike will tell you a caddy story. He knows. Superfan Mike.
Superfan Mike.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember the story. Yeah. Remember that time with the wrestler?
Oh, no, she took my money. Now I'm older, I guess. I'm sort of over it. She did what she had to do. All right. But
she should have killed you when she had the chance.
All right, don't laugh too hard at that. I don't mind you laughing, but
You know how many opportunities that women have to kill you? I said, nah. Let them keep breathing. It's a little
Joey, make that a loop for my phone.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That was perfect.
But with us having 7 kids, we were on the low side, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
There were families in my neighborhood, 10, 12. It was insane how many kids.
It's all Catholic neighborhood, huh?
And it was because of the Catholic faith. They would all tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean, and they would tell you to try the rhythm method and all that horse shit, but obviously,
They wanted more asses in the seats.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
did.
They do. They ain't fucking around.
Yeah,
I don't want to jump into this.
So the car story. So every once in a while, our car would just be gone, and my dad would basically be like, "Don't worry about it." It's the exact same thing he would do when our pet would be dead in the morning. Next thing you know, it's gone. He would just bring it somewhere. We always thought he brought it to the vet.
Right.
But we're convinced he just walked up in the woods and just dumped it.
But what happened? Your pet just dead.
Pets die. All of a sudden, you wake up one morning, you go to the pet. In our case, we named all our dogs after soda. So there's Sprite frozen on the floor. Then my dad would take care of it, and then my mom.
But there's 7 kids. You tell me there was no investigation?
Stiff is what I'm saying. Just stiff. And then
Mike, you're a cop, right? House with 7 kids. Sprite ends up frozen on the floor.
He died from natural causes. Somebody cut his throat.
Aren't you going to ask some questions?
You separate them all. Someone's going to knock somebody out.
What's he saying?
No, man, we killed enough dogs on our own by accident. So
what kind of accident?
Leaving the door open, and we lived on a very busy highway. We lost a
by.
lot of pets, and my mom's way of dealing with it was to get a brand new puppy immediately. No one's allowed to mourn. No one's allowed to mourn. Let's get right to it. Here's a brand new collie.
Yeah, that's why they have all the kids, just in case you lose
one. Every time Opie did something wrong, they would just get pregnant again.
You know what? Whatever. I'll let you have your laugh. But this is what you don't know about me. I was the good one.
Yeah.
I never caused problems, believe it or not.
Of course not.
And that's probably why I'm like this today, because I finally have to act out, because I didn't act out when I was a kid. But anyway, with the cars, so my dad, as he was getting older, all of a sudden these cars would disappear when we were done with them, and he couldn't afford to, keep it together. He fucking dropped one off a half mile from our house in a parking lot.
So you would see
and my younger brother would come home like, yeah, Dad, our car's. He's like, don't. He's still with the don't worry about it. And then he's trying to say it's not our car. And my brother would be like, but it has the Geneseo sticker. Well, that's the college I went to. So he got a little lazy in his old age. He dumped it a half mile away, and his thought was, someone will grab it and tow it away and do something with it.
Good for him.
Was it not running, though?
No, we ran him into the ground.
Right.
And we didn't really get a lot of brand new cars, so, yeah.
Couldn't he take it to like a chop shop or some shit and get some piece of money for
I guess. He didn't, though.
He didn't.
I remember when, before my grandfather passed away, he started stealing shit.
Right. Like what kind of shit?
He would just go to the stores and just shoplift.
If you're an old person, you can steal.
So I remember my mother. My mother's
Like
so
him a
funny. So it was Christmas time, and he got pinched in November during Thanksgiving, just robbing the CVS candy corns, fucking, toothpaste. Just
How old was he at this time?
27. No, he was like 85, 86.
Okay, yeah, they need to let that man go.
So my mother calls me, and then my brother calls me. And my brother annoyed me so much because he's so clinical.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was like, Carl, we have a problem. I said, what's the problem, asshole? He says, abuelo. Like he would talk in English, but then throw the Spanish name, which made me insane. Abuelo. I'm like, sure, grandpa, motherfucker, grandpa. All right? You sound like a fucking Sofia Varga. So abuelo's shoplifting, and it's causing some concern in the family. I'm like, the family? Mom? You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, so let him steal. Fucking, is he in jail? No, they let him go. I said, well, tell him I'm going to go pay for whatever. Let the guy fucking steal. He's been stealing his whole life. He's the best at it.
Yeah.
You know? So Christmas time comes, and I buy him a jacket with a lot of pockets in it.
Oh, no.
I go, Grandpa, this is for the store.
Enjoy.
And his fucking face, from ear to ear, he looked at me. I remember he's just sitting there, his hands are shaking. He looked at me and goes, you love me.
You brought your grandfather a stealing jacket.
I bought him a steel jacket. I mean, I went to the Army Navy. You know the ones with the pockets everywhere?
Oh, my God.
Oh, he must have weighed 30 pounds coming out of CVS. An extra 30. It looked like a flak jacket.
It's like, sir, your jacket's bleeding. Got a steak in it.
I miss that old man.
An animal.
He didn't give a fuck about nothing.
Good for him.
He didn't give a fuck.
Especially when you get old, right?
Oh, we were sitting at the house, and my brother brings, soon-to-be wife, and I'm there with some girl, and it's like Thanksgiving, some Easter, whatever bullshit. And my mother starts running her mouth about how men are unfaithful now, and when she was growing up, men could stick through a marriage, and this and that, and that. And my grandfather and my uncle are just watching this whole conversation, and they're looking at each other like laughing. My grandfather goes, I'm going to explain to you why we didn't cheat in my town. I'm like, why? Well, there was a whorehouse on the way home from the sugar plantation. So we would stop at the whorehouse, and we were clean.
Yeah.
We'd come home and go to sleep. And my mother goes, how do you think we got your name? And they both start fucking laughing. I said, this is the two most savage human beings I ever met in my life.
Wow.
But that was it. Because my mom has like a fantasy idea. I'm like, nothing's ever changed.
No.
They stopped at the whorehouse every day. Wow. My grandfather would laugh. He goes, they always thought we made $40 less than we did.
That's the way to do it, man.
That's old school, man. Old school, man.
That's the way to do it.
I love that. And he's telling this like in front of like a Harvard, like my brother's like, Abuelo. I'm like, boo! Your girl looks like a man.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, come on.
Feed that dude.
Oh, my God.
Get that dude out of here.
You're an
My
animal.
girlfriend's sitting there. She's got glitter on her stomach, chewing gum at Thanksgiving.
Popping it.
She's stretching it out with her finger, looking at my grandfather.
Carlo, when we leave it?
Carlito. Your brother corny, yo. Why your mother got that fake red hair, yo? She looks stupid. My dad wants to bang her.
Yeah, why not?
Bring her down to the garage. You see my Cadillac? I'm like, yo, my dad's about to bang this girl.
Oh, my God.
That's growing up, man. It was
That's
great.
growing up. God, we all grew up so differently. Well, you two probably grew up similar
you more than
in
us,
a way,
I think.
maybe?
I mean, I don't know.
We were so isolated out
Me
there.
and
on
Sherrod
the
probably had the
land.
same style.
Yeah.
But
Pretty
Sherrod's
much.
a smart
Grew up in
kid.
the
You went to
city.
good schools and shit, right, Sherrod? You're a smart kid.
Yeah.
You're still a smart dude.
Because sometimes in the hood, when you're stupid, you turn into some crazy shit. That's when
Yeah.
the shit gets. Smart
Either
kid.
you got a warrant or you learn how to be a mechanic.
Exactly.
Motherfucker.
Like I would look at kids, I'm like, you don't know how to play basketball? Fuck, you're fucked. Like, you don't want to learn? You don't want to do something?
A lot of kids in my neighborhood went to college, though. Like my generation.
Right.
Like before
What
that,
time?
maybe
What
not.
time?
Maybe
did you
the
grow-
generation before.
What time you grew up in?
I grew up in Bed-Stuy, in
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
yeah. Okay, you're right. I
But
knew
you
it was
get these
Brooklyn.
clips of like achievers, right? Like these little pockets.
But
of people
Bed-Stuy
that
was
really
pretty
try.
nuts back then.
But we also had a lot of black homeowners and shit. Like my whole block was most of the block is owned by black people.
Yeah. Right.
A lot of them from the islands.
Yeah.
Or it's south, like this North and South Carolina, Virginia, and shit like that.
Right.
But that was like the whole strip of Decatur Street was like that all the way up. It was all black people who owned their shit. Brownstones.
I ran out of water.
You need more water?
I don't think there is more. Is there more?
You got to go to the faucet.
Thanks, Mike.
The Mike's getting some water. Good.
He's going to dip it in the toilet for you.
That's definitely.
I see you're on your bike a lot this summer.
Oh, yeah, I got to stay on that
Look,
bike,
look,
man.
Sherrod, just notice what happened right now.
What?
Well, he's got one for me. He's got one coming, right?
If he doesn't,
what?
we're going to burn this.
I'm going to flip this stupid IKEA table.
Your water's on the way, I think.
Where's my water, yeah?
I don't think the water's coming.
But yeah,
I haven't done as many loops in the park. You're making me jealous with those videos.
I'm out there. I had to stop doing videos or something one time.
Why?
Because people would show up. So if I show like air them right away,
right?
People would show up where I'm at, like, hey, I came to ride with you. I'm like, damn it.
We should do a ride with everybody in Central Park.
We can do that.
How much fun would that be?
That would be fun.
Count
we should
me
do it.
out.
Why?
Come on. We'll get you an electric bike.
I'll get one of those Chinese delivery bikes. I'll be with you.
Oh, my God.
You can rent those right on 58th, too.
Wait, they rent the Chinese delivery bikes?
A lot of those guys who deliver the food, they don't own their bikes. They rent it from the bike shop that put the motors on.
Those things are so illegal in New York City
they're
now.
getting faster,
but
right?
They don't care, and they don't
know
give
why?
those guys tickets because they know Whitey needs their food.
Because the police officers need their food, too.
Right.
It's like, nigga, you fucking up your own order.
Right.
Well, Mike, the Chinese delivery bikes that are illegal.
Everybody's got
Off limits.
Off see?
They deliver the food up.
Everybody wants to
Yeah,
eat,
of
man.
course.
Even the cops make an order.
But they was it De Blasio made the law? Mm-hmm. That son of a bitch.
That German nothing.
He's a bum.
He really bugs me.
Fake name bum.
Yeah, poisoning kids with
Italian.
that lead poisoning. He tried to.
We
real slick
have
with
this mayor that I don't know who likes him.
Nobody. He's
He's an ultra liberal,
Tammany Hall
like
style.
hardcore liberal, like
Yeah.
pretty far.
He's
really
liberal for
liberal.
everybody except him because he's just raking in the money. Him and his little squad in there.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
I knew he was a scumbag, and I've obsessed about this for years. When there was a snowstorm and they were outside his house, and he was shoveling only his part of the sidewalk. I'm like, I'm getting a yes, an acknowledgement in the other room.
That's a jerk move.
And I'm like, this guy is a dirtbag. Because all the cameras were there, and it was, I forgot what it was. Like, he was showing, like, I'm a regular guy. I'm shoveling my sidewalk. All New Yorkers should do this. And if he would have shoveled his neighbor's part of the sidewalk, then, that would have looked good.
At least a little bit of it. He perfectly did not.
It was perfect.
It was
a perfect cutout.
No.
Right, it was a perfect cutout.
So anal.
Oh, I don't like that guy.
He fooled me with his Jackson 5 son and that lesbian wife. They got me in. I thought it was a sitcom.
Oh, God, I wish I could say that. I wish I could say that.
The Jackson 5 son or lesbian wife?
That's a great line.
It's all a scam. It's all a scam.
Yeah.
What's great about New York, though, New York will survive any mayor.
Yeah,
it's such a city that it just throws you off like a flea. But let me tell you, like, there's sometimes that the liberals, the ultra liberals here in New York, they think they're helping, but they're actually hurting. There's a funny law here that just happened in New York. Mike, you probably know this law. Don't answer because I don't have headphones. I don't know what the fuck you would say. So they just passed a law in New York that you can't smoke in your own apartment if you're in a subsidized building, like the projects, right? So that makes okay, so if you're in a state-run building, you can't smoke in your apartment.
Right.
Sounds
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
like, we just want to make it a healthy environment for everybody.
Right.
But this is the reality of this law. Now you got cops walking the hallways, and just from they could say they smelled smoke and could break into your house.
That's crazy.
And here comes it back in the system again.
That's in state buildings, not in private.
And not in private buildings. In state buildings right now in New York City,
Yeah.
it's illegal to smoke in your own apartment.
Oh, you know what? It's kind of all because like if you live in the projects and shit like that, and you smoking weed or anything in there, you can lose your apartment.
Right.
That's always been the rule. Even you selling
lose, but
drugs.
they write up they can't come in now.
They
But
can't
now
come in,
they
right.
can come in.
That's crazy.
If they smell the cigarette smoke.
But they can just say, and because I'm saying laws are made for abuse, right? So now you get some crooked cop in there saying, he wants to fuck
Yeah, he
with
just
somebody.
wanna fuck with you.
I
Yeah.
smelled smoke.
Yep.
And he's in there.
Yep. It's treading. It's a way to tread on you.
Right.
They
So
tread
there's-
on
You
you.
don't realize they just give away those little bit. It sounds
That's
like
how you
it's
lose
a
your
harmless
freedoms,
thing,
little tiny
and then your
ways.
freedoms go away. You
Yeah.
gotta leave it like the Wild West, man, because if not, Someone
Wild
crooked
West
with power is going to come after you.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Christ.
You don't have to worry about that in your building. No one smokes.
Nah, they got to get past your door, man, and your island of security.
They should have killed you when they had the chance.
How's it feel to live in Trump Tower?
That's funny. Imagine people that live in that Trump Tower, they must be exhausted with that bullshit.
You see Bethany's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, just died in there.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Bethany Frankel. They found him
Yeah.
opioid, I think.
From New Jersey not New Jersey.
New York.
Yeah, New York Housewives.
Yeah, they found him dead in that Trump building. Yeah, they did.
Little OD, opioids, right?
I mean,
those damn opioids.
They killing people.
You think?
The pharmaceuticals. First of all, 1 out of 6 people have prescriptions for opioids in this fucking country. 1 out of 6.
Yeah.
So, but the pharmaceutical companies know how much they're pushing out there, and they know who buying it. They don't care who buys it because they're making them all the money.
Yeah, they're big pharma.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Awful people.
You go in with a sprained fucking wrist from playing football or something. Next thing you know, you're addicted to heroin.
And that's why I'll talk about this on stage too, how Pharma, the company that makes Ambien, came out on Twitter like, hey, Roseanne, racism is not a side effect
right.
of any of our products. I'm like, first of all, Pharma, hilarious. Second of all, shut the fuck up, you drug dealers.
Right.
Drug dealers don't get to tease you on social media.
I know, right?
You sell drugs, you kill my uncle, nigga.
They kill a lot of people.
That's how amazing drugs are, though. Those commercials, and they tell you all the side effects, and it's a laundry list, and people are still like,
still do it.
I want some of that.
Because farmers acting like if it was a pill that had that side effect, they wouldn't sell it.
Right.
They would because we would buy it.
Yeah.
If you could take a pill right now that would knock a migraine headache out of your head in 2 seconds, but it might make you racist. You taking that fucking pill.
It might make you more.
By the way, they do have that drug. I had a massive allergy attack, and I was in the hospital. I couldn't fucking see. My whole face was shut down.
Right.
And I had the worst headache of my life. And my brother brought me to the hospital. I couldn't fucking see. He got me into the emergency room. They still made me fill out paperwork, by the way.
While you couldn't see.
I couldn't see, and it was obvious this allergy attack was getting worse by the second.
Right.
So then they put me in a bed in the back, and they give me a Benadryl drip. Well, first, I got an IV, and I got my headache. They're like, oh, that'll go away in seconds. They put something in that IV. That fucking headache went away in seconds. And then they did, I'm assuming, some hardcore Benadryl type of shit in the IV. My brother's sitting over me on the bed going, holy shit, Ope. I'm watching your face go back to normal in real time.
Crazy.
Like that.
Now,
And
did
they
you care about
have
the
that
side
shit.
effects? You didn't give a fuck about the side effects of that shit. It's like, make me feel better.
Right.
And that's how we feel
Immediately.
as humans.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck about no side effects.
Yeah, but these doctors are, I don't know if you want to call them lazy, but, these kids come in with these injuries, and all of a sudden they're giving them oxy,
Yeah. Because they get paid by the pharmaceutical companies to get out to prescribe
Of
them,
course,
too, so
we all know that
it's
shit.
a two-way. They're getting paid all around.
And then they get the hot reps selling the
Yeah.
drugs. She
Yeah,
comes
I
in with her
know.
cleavage like, hey, I got
I
some
know
new
them all in
stuff
the
for
restaurant
you.
business. We work hand in hand.
It's
What do you
the
mean?
same shit.
They all
Because
come in?
they drop their black card or American Express, and they said, there's 12 doctors coming.
You can't.
And that's when you see the real shit what
do some
doctors
stuff.
are.
Yeah, you can't stop Big Pharma. They hire those. They're basically Playboy models to sell the drugs for them. And they go from doctor to doctor,
They give 'em-
showing them all the stuff, giving them samples,
Yeah, bending
show up
over.
bending over.
Oh, they bend over.
This is a dirty game, boy. But it's $1 billion
terrible game. It's
You know,
a
you wanna hear a
terrible.
funny
It's
story?
fucking up this country.
It's fucking up this country.
It's one of our biggest problems in America.
Oh, no question about it. Because people don't really realize how easy it can kill you and how often it's killing.
Right.
Well,
and
then-
it's easy to get addicted to it.
And then what's the stuff? The Narcan?
The Narcan?
Narcan, right?
That's for that's heroin.
No, I know.
OD, right?
But then they bring you right the fuck back. So
They
you
got
can
all
do
the
some
drugs.
more.
They got all, and you got to pay for that shit too.
Narcan's expensive when you get to the
You gotta
hospital.
pay for
bill.
that too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
They all make it. And they charge the hospital triple the price. So the hospital, you can get it in fucking Mexico for $17.
But
You can go to Mexico and get it. You save money on the drug, but you're also in the trunk of a fucking Toyota because you got kidnapped.
Yeah. Mike, can
God taketh away.
you talk about the Narcan?
Yeah,
How that brings the zombies right back to life instantly?
In a second. It's actually scary. They're OD'd on the street. We come over, boom, boom, 2 shots of Narcan in the nose.
In the nose, yeah.
And they jump up, and we're told after you give Narcan, you have to hold them down because they shoot up like a zombie and they don't know where they are.
Right.
That's nuts.
Now, how can I get my hands on some of that Narcan?
I'm sure the addicts are getting the Narcan, right?
I'm sure the party kids are getting it. I mean, if it's doing this for the addicts, I know party kids like this. We doing Narcan tonight.
A lot of junkies and stuff, people on the streets always carry it with them if their buddy ODs.
Wow.
But do you think some of these guys are going down just so they could get the Narcan high?
No.
Is
that's a violent? That hurts.
You never know.
You don't know how good heroin is. That's why you're asking this foolishness.
Just because you do like light heroin with your shaman up in your ivory tower.
I haven't
Put
seen
that ghost powder back in my nose, Shamanooch.
I haven't seen the shaman. I'll have you know in a while.
Thank God.
I'm sure.
You were starting to get weird with that shit.
I had a moon rock for you the other day, but you never showed up.
What?
I brought some rocks and some sage.
Some embarrassing.
Because we're gonna walk through an abandoned building, so
okay.
We're gonna show the energy in there some respect.
So we're gonna bring some sage and a moon rock.
Yeah.
And so you still have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got your moon rock.
Okay.
The whole thing is an embarrassment.
We're going
First of all,
through.
let me explain to you, Sherrod, because you understand what a fucking embarrassment is.
He gets
this
so
one
mad.
and this fucking Mike, they come up with the dumbest fucking ideas.
How is it dumb?
They look at me and they're like, you know what we want to do? We want to go to Brooklyn to an abandoned building and do a podcast out of there. I'm like, I don't have anything in my body that points to fun when that comes out. What did I say in the text today? They're like, Carl, let's go do this. I said, you want to see fun? Me and Sherrod, I'm going to take 3 Viagras and go to a strip club.
Yes, that
That's
sounds
fun.
like a fun time.
Sherrod goes, Carl has good ideas.
I would do that podcast too, though.
And then these two go, and Mike's looking at me dead in the face. He's like, Carl, you don't understand. This place is fucking, it's empty, and you hear the water, because right next to, and I'm like, this sounds like complete and utter garbage.
Can we get the strippers to come there? Maybe
But
we
who
can
want?
do both.
I mean, as someone like a minority like me, does it ever entice you to go to and abandon anything?
Only to play as a child.
Wait, no, as an adult.
But as an adult, no.
When you go check it out?
I would go check it out just
Thank
to
you.
see, just to ridicule you guys.
Exactly.
Have my fun. Bring a sandwich or something.
All right. What about some of the old subway tunnels?
Definitely, I'll do that.
Is that
I'm
cool?
curious.
Is that
I want to
cooler?
see that. Yeah, that's cooler.
Because we
That's
could do
cooler.
that.
Yes.
And an old psych center?
I'm all about anything underground in New York.
All right.
'Cause that's
Infrastructure,
exciting
I'm
to me.
cool.
Infrastructure shit is.
Hey, let's go to the. I bet you there's all demons. Shut
I didn't say
Look,
that.
you got to remember, they both grew up watching Scooby-Doo. So they want to solve a mystery. They want to be meddling kids.
Let's do a pop-up like in Little Brazil when they have that little Tonga party. Now that's a pop-up.
Yes.
But
Dude, let's
A
go.
fist in somebody.
There's homeless people on the 3rd floor. Boo.
But subway tunnels, that's cool.
yeah,
Subway tunnels will do.
like I
yeah.
said,
we can do that.
infrastructure I'll do.
If we can get under that fucking what's under the what do you call it? Grand Central Station. That would be cool.
See that Theodore Roosevelt
You know all that
tunnel?
stuff where it's supposed to be a rifleman downstairs. If you go to this door, they'll shoot you in your face. Let's get
that
down
true?
there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about. They'll cut down the whole eastern
Wait,
coast.
help me out.
It's like some room apparently down under Grand Central Station.
Right.
There's always has an armed guard down there.
To this day?
To this day, that's the rumor, because apparently you can shut down the whole eastern seaboard of fucking trains and shit from that one spot.
Really?
Yeah.
So one guy with one gun down there?
That's what they say. It's one dude down there. If you come down there
Yeah.
and he don't know you're coming, they shoot first.
Really?
Wow.
And which president had a secret stop?
FDR.
Was it FDR?
No, Frank. Yeah, it was FDR. Yes.
FDR had a secret
Because he had his
stop.
car. He had a secret stop there because he couldn't
Underground.
walk. So his car used to drive out the hotel right there.
Right.
And the
Which
Waldorf,
hotel?
The Waldorf.
Okay, all right.
And go straight to his go onto the platform
Yeah.
of his secret station.
Yeah.
And put him on his train to send him out. Because the trains run all under Park Avenue right over
But
there.
how did he get to the secret station with the car?
Because they drove under this. It goes in the elevator in the Waldorf into the platform of the train station that's secret and drive him right into the fucking. And his car used to drive on the train too.
Wow, how
everything
cool
went on
was
the train.
that?
That was crazy. And that was back in the day. That was like 1930s.
I also hear if you go in some of these
40s.
buildings in the the basements and stuff, you could see old rivers.
Yeah, because
Not in the action.
But even like
they have a door that opens and there's an old fucking river that New York City decided to build above all that crap.
Right there.
Manhattan has a lot of rivers still.
Next to the Comedy Cellar, Minetta Lane,
Right.
it used to be Minetta Stream.
Yeah.
They built that over. It still runs under the ground there. But that stream runs out into the Atlantic
So
Ocean.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's a bunch of those in New York City.
Yeah.
That's the shit I'm interested in.
Yeah, I would check that
Not
out
the
as
fucking
well.
insane asylum. These two fucking Scooby dudes with their
Oh, police!
Dude, there's like glass everywhere and like people died. Fucking boo!
I find zero interest in that. Next thing you know, I got some crazy crackhead running at me with a shard of glass. Sweet podcast. Everyone's dead. Fucking Blair Witch bitches. And they're looking at me like, oh, wide-eyed, like Mike and Opie, like,
We're still doing it.
This is gonna be sick.
I'm like, no,
Mike,
it's not.
We still doing it, Mike.
The first thing I said to Sherrod, I'm like, Sherrod, you doing this abandoned building with us? I didn't stutter that. Come on. Intern call. Oh, he can't even hear me.
That's hilarious. He can't even hear you. That's
Because I can't hear him.
But you read lips?
But I read his lips, and this one I read.
Like his lips are falling down a flight of stairs. That's hilarious.
You know what's weird about Mike, though? He doesn't actually stutter, but it sounds like he stutters when he talks, right?
Because he says everything twice.
Does he?
It's his
You say
excitement.
everything twice, Mike?
There's only two mics. There's only two mics.
Look, he's like, yeah.
I'll be there 3:15.
Oh, we all have our verbal crutches.
That was funny.
You're telling me a story about a girl, and I was lost. I just had to scream out in the middle of the story, did you bang her? He's like, bro, she was like, what's up? And I was like, I'm like, did you bang her? Did you bang her?
Oh my God, poor Mike. That's hilarious, though. I have an opportunity to climb the Brooklyn Bridge, too. Would you do that?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. I remember we marched on it when I was in a marching band in
all the
elementary
way
school.
up.
I know, but I remember they closed it down for the 100th anniversary, and I came beating my drum across the fucking bridge.
Nice.
It was dope.
Nice.
I was scared as shit, though, but it was dope. But yeah, I'll
Why
climb
were you
to the top.
scared?
Because I was 10.
Yeah.
And the Brooklyn Bridge is like the graded fucking ground, so you can see the water under you. It's like, okay, if I fall, this drum can float.
It's a nightmare walking across the Brooklyn Bridge because that's a tourist trap, man, now.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
There's thousands of people up there.
Yeah, ruining my city, man. Ruining it.
With the tourist shit.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
I go to Central Park. I tell you, I put it on my Instagram. Everybody in Central Park is French. It's not an American in there.
Oh, no, there isn't.
It's everybody speaking French in Central Park.
You know how you can tell they're not from America? They're amazed by squirrels.
Oh, and the bubble guy with the string, he'll put it in the bucket. He pulls out the bubble.
I hate them.
I'm like, nigga, get out my way.
I love screaming, it's a squirrel, move on. But wherever they come from, I guess they don't have squirrels. They take so much video and pictures of the stupid squirrels. They're amazed by
I
it.
remember when I was in Canada, though, it happened to me. I lived in Prince Edward Island, which I got stories. There was like the population was 700. I was coming 3-star chef from New York. I literally had sex with the island.
I believe that.
The island was empty.
I believe
it was in turmoil by the time I left. People fighting with each other. But the squirrels were black.
Yeah, the black squirrels.
Yeah.
And I never saw one before.
Black
so people
forest
do
squirrel.
not want to deal with me because I was like drunk on a deck. Yo, you saw that squirrel, yo? They're like, Carl, please, seriously, it's a squirrel. I'm like, nah, but it's black. You understand? It's black. They're like, Carl, they're all black. I'm like, no, you don't understand. They're not black.
You don't get it.
Oh, bro, it was the worst.
Can you get me a couple dozen? I want to hand them out to the families out there in Center Point.
Every summer, we collect black squirrels and show them what summer could be if they wasn't in the hood. Boo.
How awful is that? I'm sure on YouTube you could find one of those old school Fresh Air Fun commercials.
They do the same kind of thing with international kids. They fucking ship them in, and next thing you know, everybody got a Syrian, and that's how Minnesota started.
Let me tell you, Minnesota. When I went to
Everybody's got an Ethiopian, and next thing you know,
you know your geography.
Thank you.
Although I think it is Ethiopians.
Yeah, Ethiopia.
Yeah, but close enough, man. I got it.
True story.
What the fuck happened to Minnesota? Shout out to Minnie.
What's up, Minnie? Ethiopia in the house.
Yeah, hey.
With your hands.
when you got the mall of the world, the
Hand
biggest mall,
eaters.
you need people when they're cleaning it. So
I'm your cabbie now.
But I was like. Okay, Opie.
What now, man?
Just
I'm
your clothing, the
behaving.
colors. They're just so.
Huh?
It's like it's like spa colors.
What do you mean?
oh, the grays and
Right? We don't wear those colors, right? They're so muted.
it is a muted color.
I
It's an
started
earth
wearing-
tone. He likes earth tones.
He does.
Yeah.
Thanks for noticing. But I started throwing some color into my wardrobe.
Oh, it turned up a little grays.
I wear my wife's yellow hoodie. I like that.
You what?
I got a baby blue hoodie I'm wearing these days.
Oh, I thought you adopted an African kid and threw him in your closet. Get in there. You my color, my wardrobe. Stay in there. Make the shirts look better.
Watch my shoes. Make sure no one touches my shoes.
This is your home now.
We took care of our kid.
Our kid.
Oh, that sounds so gross.
Did y'all let him out to run?
You gotta run them. They get tired. You gotta run them. If not, he'll be up all night. You gotta run that boy.
Did your mother make food like, he'll like this?
He'll like this.
It's just uncomfortable. The worst fried chicken you imaginable. Why is it raisins on this?
Why did they put
raisins?
Oh, the raisins.
Why is it raisins on my fried chicken?
Why do they keep giving me ambrosia?
I hate these white people. I'm going to kill them when they sleep.
This is a pool.
The minute they unchain me, I'm going to kill them.
No, we use our hose to water our garden.
It was probably the worst opportunities for these kids.
The poor black kids going in and
Why are
realizing
you
white people...
trying to break our fire hydrants?
It's like, this is pork belly, what they make bacon from. What you might find on a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich. And then Eddie Murphy kid looked at the camera. That's from the movie. It's Trading Places, you son of a bitch.
Oh, my God.
What you might find on a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. It was a lot of fucking single camera shots for those black kids.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times. Yes.
Race Wars tonight, too, so make sure y'all check that out tomorrow.
Race Wars.
Yeah, we got a good show. It's going to be fun.
Race Wars every Wednesday night with Sherrod Small.
Yeah, we tape it on Wednesday, release every Thursday.
A cast of characters.
Yes, I got Mario Cantone coming on in a couple
Mario?
weeks. Yeah, good old Mario.
I like Mario Cantone.
He's good peoples, that little son of a bitch.
We go back a few years with
he was on Sex and the City, right?
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
Became a big star with the Sex and the City.
Big star. I know his brother Joey, the fucking problem child of the family.
He's got a brother?
Yes, black sheep.
And what's his problem?
So what you got? Mario talks about it, but yeah, he
give me something.
We used to have some nights in American Trash back in the day, man. Me, him, Horatio Sands.
American Trash on 2nd Avenue?
Horatio Sands on First.
On First.
Yeah.
Right.
So when Mark used to own it back in the day.
Oh,
but
nice.
Jimmy Fallon used to come through there. We used to love Trash, man. Trash is a dive bar.
I know.
Motherfuckers who love
I lived
bars.
on 79th in York.
Yes. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was on 75th.
Yeah.
Me and Rachel.
We used to go there and Bar Coastal up the street.
Yeah, Bar Coastal.
Yeah,
oh,
it's a great neighborhood,
yeah.
man. Come on.
Upper East Side. Bar Coastal, big shout.
Yeah.
American Trash, I see you.
Should have brought Mike up there talking to the girls. You want to go see a haunted house?
How'd you pick up on that?
That's pretty good.
Because he's always talking to me. Police, NYPD.
He sounds like an auctioneer falling down a hill.
I just broke the wall.
Don't punch the wall.
They didn't even put drywall screws in there.
Fall right off. You see the guy on the toilet in the next
Oh,
room.
you know what this reminds me of every time I walk in here? Like back in the day, they used to do child support scams. So the cops would set up like a makeshift.
You win a car.
Yeah, you win a car, and they would put like
Turner.
a fake area, and it was all cops, and you would shove to redeem your ticket.
Yes.
This is what this feels like.
Like some cop's gonna burst through this.
Like
fake
right there,
wall.
just lock me up for child support.
That's what Jersey. They do in Jersey. Jersey's a dirty
Mike will come
state.
out with his bulletproof vest. You're going to jail. Jail. Right. I'll be big fan.
Let's see how tall you are. Looks like an interrogation room. I used to, right?
I love Mike, man.
I used to be a mirror over there. You son of a bitch.
Mike don't give a fuck if I got headphones or not.
You can't care. You just need the adapter part, right? That's the only thing.
I'm gonna start buying shit for here.
How is that Upper East Side?
What?
I love the Upper East Side.
Great.
Can Whitey go past 100th?
What do you mean? Whitey owns the whole thing. So
I don't know.
I'm
I
sure
haven't
they
been.
go-
I mean, it used to be you don't go past 100.
No, that's so different now.
Really?
Yeah, they go they up to 120 something. Yeah, they all the way up.
I could go all the way to 120
First of all,
something.
the queue go to 96, and that's all white people most times. That whole queue.
That was the line for us.
That's the
right
new-
around 96 back
That
in
was
the day.
back in the day.
Yes.
But not now. Now
I was
Harlem is white.
My brother lived right around the 100.
Right around there.
When he was in his early 20s, and he fought off the rats. He's got great rat
Really?
stories. Him and his boys all crowded in a one-bedroom apartment. They had no money. He just started down there on Wall Street. He was
Right.
just starting out. And they would just battle the rats with frying pans.
Wow.
I remember.
And they're big, tough rugby guys. They didn't give a fuck. They found it to be a sport.
Let me tell you, you want to hear
Lord
something
have
crazy?
mercy.
So when I came back from Europe, I did a big. Bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
So listen. So I come back and I'm trying
From
to
where?
from Switzerland, and
Ooh.
Miss. Shout out, hey.
Hot chocolate. What's up? Sponsor it up.
Sponsor it up.
With the mini marshmallows.
So I come back and I get an apartment on 125th and Lenox. Oh,
Okay.
It was on.
That's on the west side, yeah.
And that was when it was still nice and hot.
Right.
So I saw something that was a phenomenon, and they used to call it the running of the Mexicans. So listen to this. It was incredible. People would go on their fire escapes to watch it. Payday, which was Sunday night, the Mexicans would cut off the train and run in groups because the hood would steal their
money.
checks.
I believe it.
Their cash checks.
That's how gangs get started, by the
So
way.
you would see, all of a sudden, 5 or 6 Mexicans full sprint, running one way, and then you'd see the hood rats just come out of nowhere, tripping one, and it was like watching like the Discovery Channel. One would get meh, 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 like a little gazelle, boom, knocked out, rip all his pockets. They would take the sneakers, the phone, everything.
Jeez.
It was the running of the Mexicans.
That's why the fucking MS-13 came through.
No.
That's why they gang together like this. We will stab anybody who come near us. And that's our fucking...
And I used to sit in my fire escape and watch, and it was crazy, man.
That's great.
It was incredible.
Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
And now the hunter has become the hunted.
They have the bands together.
I remember he used to say that was my favorite.
I used to love that show.
I mean, it's still rough up there but it's like whoever's the newest Spanish motherfuckers in Spanish Harlem get it the worst.
Oh, yeah.
And then they build their shit up, and then they start attacking
Just
other
like the
motherfuckers.
Italians and the Irish
Yeah.
and everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just how it goes, right?
But
Yeah,
the best, the
MS-13 is
blacks,
more in South America.
In Harlem, though, still the blacks and the Puerto Ricans, they're like the godfathers. Like, if you get nuts, you got to deal with them. Because that's their old neighborhood.
Right.
The blacks and the Puerto Ricans in Harlem, they made a pact a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're good. Everybody else, not good.
Whatever,
You know what I mean?
Well, that's like politically, but everything changes too in time.
Black girls are delicious.
Oh, there's so many women in New York. It ain't even funny.
You know me, bro.
Like this summer,
I'm going through, and I was up there, and I was just like, do I really want to come up to Harlem now? They're gonna take my fox, man.
they ain't gonna take.
They ain't gonna take the
It's
fox.
so easy to steal. It's just for practice.
get
I
the
know they don't
most-
want to keep it. It's like.
You'll get the most compliments up there than anywhere else.
Oh, I rolled up with the silver pig on the hood. He's like, "That's how you do it, Poppy. That's how you do it. You live it, Poppy."
You never feel like a star more than around ethnic people.
I roll
And
up
you
there.
looking right.
It's the only place where I'm wearing a white mink, and I'm like, I'm underdressed.
You walking in behind Lou Pinella wearing a live wolf.
Exactly. I'm like, how do I motherfucker get a live wolf hat?
The shit's still growling. It's New York, baby.
Yo,
That's how
growling.
we do.
Growling wolf hat. That just sunk in.
That just sunk in.
With Lou Pinella. Remember my wife make him like, did that bitch bring a tiger? Fuck. How did that bitch bring a tiger?
It's so many hot women up there. It's just
But they're,
whole summer's just.
but like in Spanish we call it criollo. Like they're street hot, and
Yeah.
when you're street hot, to me still
it's better. It's the best.
Like I could be in Miami
But
and I'll
how-
see a model from France, and yes, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, right.
But then I go to Hialeah, and there's that thick ass
Yes.
Cuban chewing gum
But
with
what
the glitter
makes
lipstick.
this-
I'm like, I love everything
It's
about
more familiar to you. That's what you
Yeah,
grew up
that-
on.
that's my beauty. That's beauty.
But what makes her street hot? What's the difference?
First of all, the body.
Yeah, it's
right?
thicker.
It's a
little thicker.
A lot. We call them bulletproof. You know what I mean? Like it's
Okay.
regular glass and then bulletproof glass. So
thicker than a Snicker.
And then the colors. You know what I mean? Like they wear white yoga pants, no panties. Oh man, high heels for no reason. They're at the car wash with high 8-inch heels.
I like a local hot girl, round the way girl.
Round
That's
the way girl,
round the way girl, because that's
yeah.
the first one you started crushing on when you were a
Right,
child.
and they
Whatever-
always smell like
it's
cherry
familiar.
chapstick.
Yeah.
Jeez.
50 bag and a bad attitude.
Right.
That's what I need to get me in a good mood. You can walk with a switch and talk with street slang.
And like if they're really good, you could see their butt crack from their jeans because the jeans are so tight, but they can't close up over the hump.
Yeah, get on that house. Sitting at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop.
Opie would die a virgin in the hood.
What are you talking
Nah,
about?
they would have took him because those
What you
girls would have
talking
took
about?
Opie. They'd be like,
They would've
he
turned him.
cute.
Yeah.
Come here. What's your name?
Come here.
Your name is Reggie now.
I'm gonna fuck that motherfucker with that rash.
Who, Red Boy?
Yeah, that's it. You know, he got that rash.
His name would be Red. They would all call him Red.
Yeah. no, they would add though.
Y'all seen Red?
You see Little Red?
No Red. You know Red.
You know Little Red? You know the one that screams out loud about shit all day? He used to work at the golf course.
It makes Sherrod laugh, but I told you over the years, man, they scare me. The parts are too big.
Oh, yeah. The big body parts. It scares
Atlanta Housewives, forget it, man. What the fuck do you do with that
You
shit?
need a sweet Phaedra to sit on top of you.
Oh, there's just every part is big and distorted. I don't know what to do with that.
I'm the complete opposite. You know what I mean? Like I'll see this model and I'm like, who is this?
yourself in it.
Who is this boy talking to me?
This flat-butted boy.
I didn't realize
Why
they
is
ma-
Michael Phelps trying to talk to me?
I didn't realize they made boobs that big until I watched Atlanta Housewives.
Oh, yeah, they make them big ones.
Man, that ain't nothing, man. Those
It's
are
just big
toned
arms,
down.
big tits, big ass, big thighs.
Big asses.
They
Jesus.
take care of you.
Opie,
like
know where that ass will welcome you.
I understand. I was being honest one day and you killed me for it. I was intimidated by the big parts.
He like them big body parts, man.
They
coming
weren't
out.
fat. They were just big parts.
It's kind of like when you see like a Woody Woodpecker cartoon,
Right?
And he's trying to eat that big ham, that big floating ham. That's what Opie see when he see black thighs like that.
Girls look like
that would got me.
That's a big ham floating with the bone in it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But when you grow up in the hood, that's what you love.
Yeah.
My brother never liked that. My brother, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with that kid.
But he maybe like a mix. He like a mix of things.
No,
What do you mean? We went over this. He's book smart,
Yeah, he's
and you're
book
street smart.
He used to get like
But
the nerd
you can be
girls.
book smart and still like street butt, nigga.
He
Around the way
brought-
butt.
He brought home when he was like 14, like an Asian. I thought it was the neighbor Irving Gamboa. I was like, why is that dude downstairs? Like, that's my girlfriend. I'm like, get that dude out of here. He's like, my girlfriend. I'm like, yo, stop fucking with that dude, yo.
Was she not attractive?
Huh?
Was she not attractive?
He was ugly, man. Like, he had that Nicholas 8 is enough haircut with his shiny straight hair.
Oh, wow.
You
dude.
don't remember that?
Adam Rich?
Yeah,
I remember
And then I'm with
Adam Rich.
And I'm 12 with my girlfriend
remember-
who has like 3 passports, so she could be anywhere from 19 to 7.
I think I remember one time we was in LA when I was a kid. I was like 12. We went to a game like a fucking video game spot.
Right.
And Adam Rich was there. And a nigga he borrowed a quarter from me to play the game.
No.
I was like, motherfucker, you on 8 is enough.
No shit.
This was the most random LA family trip.
Jesus.
That's odd.
And it was Adam Rich. And my sister recognized him first. And I was like, ain't no way that's the... But it was him.
It was Adam
And then
Rich.
she said hi, and then he was like, oh, you got a quarter? Or maybe a ham chain, I don't know. But we gave him a quarter to play the game.
Damn.
Fucking kid.
Adam Rich. My sister probably got the picture of something somewhere.
Breaking news as we record this podcast, Aretha Franklin never didn't leave a will. So we're going to have another family fighting.
Oh, I don't believe
Fighting. Had no will
Did you
or
see-
trust at the time of her death.
Did you see when Fox News announced when
Yes.
put Patti LaBelle's picture in the corner? Jesus Christ. And all the memes after that, somebody put
Rachel
Rachel
Dolezal one
Dolezal.
was awesome.
Money. They put some funny shits up after that.
I hate to be the guy, but when I saw the Patti LaBelle, I was still a little confused. I was still thinking it might be Aretha.
Lord have mercy. After all the joy these black women brought to your life.
Did you see
Like
the?
Sherrod said, they should have killed you when they had the chance.
You see the grandkid recording Aretha Franklin back in March at the piano?
What happened?
She was still playing in her home.
Oh, okay.
That went viral.
Oh, that's nice. Was it a nice video?
Yeah, she was just sitting there.
She was the most talented artist of our time.
She was great.
Money, she could play everything. She could sing everything. Remember when fucking the opera dude couldn't make it to some shit? She got in for him and sung fucking...
No,
this was.
Tell me about
She
it.
got in like a week later. Like, she found out that he couldn't make it. What's his name? The famous opera dude. Fucking... You know what I'm talking about. The baritone fucking...
Yeah, Pavarotti or some shit.
One of them couldn't make...
Or the blind dude.
One of them couldn't make their performance.
Right.
She got the news that he couldn't make it a week before, went in, played the shit, and sung it.
Unbelievable.
Opera.
Was she allowed to use his toilet?
I don't know. What's that about?
Oh, that's...
Well, he won't let nobody shit with it.
No, one of those dudes traveled with his own toilet. Look it up.
Oh, okay. I believe ridiculous. It. Pavarotti? I think Pavarotti it was. He couldn't make... He was sick. This is back when he was ailing, and she stepped in a week notice...
And banged it out.
And smashed it.
Really?
She she can play anything.
Yeah, she was
doing it since she was 16 years old, man.
True
before
performer.
That.
True performer.
I'm trying to find that video for you now.
Like, nobody's better, man. I'm telling you, all the hits, nobody got more hits than this lady.
Yeah, the video of her at the piano back in March, one of the grandkids filmed her. And then I clicked on that grandkid.
Right.
She could sing her fucking balls off.
Really?
I'm trying to find the video now. She does a version of Killing Me Softly. She was just fooling around with her dad.
Right.
Let me try to find it real fast.
Aretha's bad. Me and Vic Henley actually hung out with Aretha's ex-husband a couple nights, actor dude, on the Upper East Side. He was in Cooley High. He played the lead in Cooley High in the movie.
No idea.
I know you don't. I'm looking at Carl. Only High you know is Degrassi. You know.
I have no
musical,
idea. Man.
You know High School Musical.
I know what you did last summer.
Yes, you know anything that got fake Zac Efrons in it.
Oh God damn
it! All the Freddie Prinze movies.
Yeah, all those. He was in baseball camp in the South. Shut up. What did he learn from his father? And
remember what's that movie, Hot Dog?
Hot Dog.
So, you know the main guy in Hot Dog looks just like Opie.
He made some of the worst, but he was, that Prince Jr. made some of the most teen.
Oh,
but yeah. Michelle Gellar, he's still with her, right? They still together?
I have no idea.
Y'all don't know.
Why would I know that?
Because you used to work at Entertainment Tonight. I thought. Didn't you and Mary Hart talk about it?
It's not a John Tesh joke, you son of a bitch.
John Teshed him.
You fuck. That came out of nowhere.
That was beautiful, man. That was perfect.
Sometimes things fall on your lap.
Look at Mike, man. Mike just wants to leave. He's stretching and shit.
Stretching.
You want to leave? We can leave.
Let's get a slice of pizza.
Yeah, it's about that time.
I'm trying to find the Aretha Franklin video, but
she's gonna be missed, man. But her music's here, and every girlfriend that I ever had in my life is in love with Aretha Franklin because I listened to the music since high school.
She had a lot of hits.
Too many hits.
A lot of hits.
Money Sparkle, the whole movie. She wrote the soundtrack, the first movie. Right. All those songs are hers.
Did you see
That's a classic album.
You see the video? They showed of Obama like wiping tears out of his eyes when she was performing at the Kennedy Center.
And what's her name? Carole King going crazy.
Yeah. Well, she wrote. Carole King wrote "Respect," right?
Yeah. No.
No.
I forget what
the other big hit. Oh, fuck me!
Mike, what is it?
This is my world.
Google.
Yeah, do the Google, Mike.
I think she put it out first, then Aretha put it out second. I'm not sure though. But Carole King, everybody loves Aretha. Aretha is it's not even it's like her abilities and her talent was beyond.
Yeah, she was all right.
Beyond everybody.
She was fun in the
There's
Blues
fucking
Brothers.
Flies in here.
What?
There's flies in here.
There's no flies.
I think I saw a fly.
I think I saw a fly. That's just one of those curlies on your eyeball. Ooh, little curly curl. Where you going, little worm?
Oh yeah, that looks like a fly. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
They're still working on the joint.
Told you there was a fly.
As we move into phase 2 of the podcast, start doing shows from here, I guess. Yeah. It's cool though. Obviously, nothing else is.
It's great.
This is our area. Fuck it.
I like it.
We get these like 4 rooms.
I got 2 waters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is dope.
This is all right.
Yeah, I'm be banging in here. Being here fucking.
Again. Unbelievable,
yeah, that was great,
man. Fuck me. This place sucks.
Motherfucker.
I love it.
All right. I want to. Whatever.
Opie, get off the loop already. You get stuck in these things.
It's worth checking out, and I know Sherrod would love it. Maybe Joey would find it.
What?
Joey, play Aretha Franklin's granddaughter doing "Killing Me Softly" with her old man.
Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly with his song. Telling my whole life with his words. Killing me.
I asked Mike to look for something. He literally picked up the phone like he was typing. When I looked away, he put the phone down.
Natural woman.
Natural woman.
Oh,
yeah.
natural woman.
Of course
That's right.
it is.
Oh, it's natural woman.
We should have got that.
Natural woman.
That's right.
Yeah, natural woman. Always happy
Yeah.
Just means we love you, Mike.
We love you, Mike.
We don't want to start that.
Today was Mike's turn.
We don't want to start that toxic shit around here.
Yeah,
we love you.
He got hit.
Mike got hit today.
Mike got a gun too. He'll be all right.
You think?
Yeah.
He's not gonna be passive aggressive.
As I
He's
make
gonna
fun of him,
pistol whip you.
Exactly. As I'm making fun of him, I'm looking through the window, seeing if I can see his hands.
I don't like that he had it laying on the console pointed at me, motherfucker. It's pointing right at my back.
I know. And all of a sudden, he's like, "You want to go to the haunted house?" I'm like, "Hell no! Now you were behind me with a gun."
Did you see the dude? What was that agent? It was like an FBI agent who did a backflip somewhere with some kids and shot himself.
And he shot somebody in the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best video. What
video
a piece of shit.
Kind of funny. Kind of funny.
What a piece of shit.
Shit was amazing.
It might be time to wrap this one up, Greg. Carl, what you got going on?
I'm going to pig roast.
Yeah,
What?
Carl's heading to a pig roast.
I want Sherrod to come. But
Yes.
I called you. I told you.
But after, I got
gonna
Gotham too.
But after Gotham, I'll be
Okay,
around.
yeah, I'll be there. I'm
I
coming.
might catch some. I'm going to catch somebody.
Where is it?
In Tribeca.
I'm coming.
At Landmark. It's going to be dope. Mark Murphy.
Really?
I'm coming.
Yeah, you got to come.
How do you do a
Can
pig?
I bring some models with me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
How do you do a pig in like sand?
Ugh, Opie. You don't do it
People
in the sand.
do it in sand.
You line it with banana leaves or guava leaves.
In
wherever
sand,
they are.
though, right?
Yeah, you dig a pit.
Yeah. My for real, my brother-in-law was trying to figure it out.
And then you cover it.
Right.
And then you put hot rocks on top of it.
Oh.
Or you build a wood fire, however
then
you
you
want
let
it,
it
depending on where you are.
How many hours?
Wait, the fire goes on top of that whole thing? I thought
you
the fire was first.
No, the fire's on top.
On top?
If you put the fire on the bottom, there's no oxygen, there'll be no fire. What's up, third grade dropout?
No. No, okay, I gotta help myself.
Okay.
No, I understand that. No, I'm
I got you good.
No, I do a lot of beach fires. So you have a really hot beach fire.
Right.
Then you cover the whole fucking thing. That sand will stay warm for a really long time. That's what I was getting at as far as a fire.
Well, it's the same thing. You get the rocks hot on the corner with and then you put the rocks on top of the sand. It becomes insulated. It'll get 220 degrees for, maybe an hour per, 45 minutes to an hour pound, and you're all set.
All right, we're babbling. Sherrod Small. God damn, Sherrod. It was fun to do this in this damn studio. It felt like the old days.
The olden days.
You know what I just realized? If Vic Henley came, he wouldn't even have a microphone.
Peas and carrots.
And he would have bitched about it. Really?
I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm right, PD. Haunted house. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Johnny Riddle over there.
All right, I want to thank Mike for coming in. Thanks, Mikey.
Mike.
Carl's going to a pig roast. This Sherrod Small is blowing up, continues to blow up. He's got his Race Wars podcast you tape every Wednesday, and then it's out the next day, more or less, right? Where do they find it, brother?
You go to patreon.com/racewars or soundcloud.com/racewars. Check it out.
Check it out. And Joey, you
go to Small World, smallworldcomedy.com. Check out the upcoming shows.
Appreciate
Who the hell
it.
is Joey?
He's the guy that produces the show.
Yeah, he does a kick-ass job.
Oh, Joey's doing a great job. That Joey?
Yeah.
And Tim Sabian was going to stop in. First day back today, he lost his mom.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, really sad. But we walked in his office. I couldn't tell.
Right.
He was high-fiving.
He
all
was
of
so
that, right?
happy.
High
like-
fives and good vibes all around.
Somebody did leave a will, apparently. Unlike Aretha, his mother left a will.
I thought it was suspicious that he had gold teeth on today. And he was wearing a bunch of heirloom female jewelry. He had 6 lockets. And there was a bunch of silverware on his desk from the 1800s.
It's like, Tim, is that a brooch? That's your mother's brooch.
Why are there 2 lamps in here from the 18th century?
I was prepared to have a moment with Tim where I might have to hug him, and he was happy as happy could be,
He's
man.
passing out Victoria lamps.
No, yeah, his mom meant a lot to him for
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
You know, all that.
That's a bad
obviously,
thing.
and losing a parent is
Not
just
easy.
the fucking worst.
Not easy.
My dad's death anniversary was a few days ago.
Oh, was it?
14 years already. Unbelievable.
Time flies.
And your mom recently,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, she died in maybe like 3 or 4 years ago now.
No, I know, but around this time?
No. It was in December.
Oh, well, fuck
You
me.
really nailed that whole story.
Look at me trying to relate to Sherrod.
Trying to relate.
I felt miserably.
Oh, you know when your mom passed away, she's alive? Oh, okay. No problem.
No, she held on.
This time of year? No, it wasn't. It was winter. Okay.
Whatever.
She was actually pretty strong around this time.
We still had hope around this time. we were thinking she was going to turn the whole thing around in August.
Joey, take this away.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh,
it was
cool.
funny.
All right.
No, Joe does a great job.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you, Joseph.
We love Joey and Tim.
All right.
Condolences. Thoughts
Thank you,
and
Mike.
prayers.
Yes,
Thanks
prayers.
for everything, Mike. We love you. I'm out of fucking gas.
Of course, we run into Tim after that great podcast with Sherrod Small. Me and Carl getting in an elevator with Tim.
Okay, good.
You look good, Tim.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I love how you told me in your office that you're juicing, and a minute later you told Carl, let's go to Hometown Barbecue.
Beef ribs.
I've been thinking about that place.
But you're juicing.
I know.
Take care of this.
I know.
He goes, I know.
Don't remind me.
Isn't he? He's Alec Baldwin in 30 Rock.
Tim?
Just
where you going, Robert? Why are you yawning?
Oh,
Where you
because
going?
I've been traveling for the last 5 days, stressed out of my mind.
Sorry to hear about Mom.
Thank you. Yeah,
sorry about that.
How you
It
go?
sucked.
Of
sucked.
course it
But
sucks.
she waited for me before she died. It was crazy. She literally waited for me to come to say goodbye to her, and then she passed. It was heavy.
I believe that shit. It's not easy to lose a parent.
It's ripped me up, man. It's like,
Well, me and Carl
and
were
I'm juicing.
Yeah, well, me and Carl were prepared
Let's
to
go to Hometown Barbecue.
Me and Carl were prepared to give you a big man hug, and you'd be sobbing on our shoulder. And we walk in your office, and you were happy as a clam.
Well, you know, and I have my quiet moments. You know,
It comes and goes, right?
Yeah, it hits. You know, it hits me at weird times, like when I'm driving, or you know,
Why when you're driving?
when I'm in elevators, when I'm in Times Square, when I'm in a cab.
Oh, you're getting. He's
Where are we
getting
going?
teary-eyed. Why don't we change the subject? We're on 42nd Street. We just did a good podcast for you, Tim Sabian, radio
I know.
genius.
You always do great stuff. Always. Say hi to everybody, Carl.
How you doing, everybody?
No, he hates walking on 42nd Street with me.
Oh my God.
He hates it.
This is the epicenter of slime, right here. You know.
Here we go again.
All right, we're gonna grab a quick bite to eat.
That's gonna be awesome.
What are we gonna eat, Carl?
I'm thinking Hometown Barbecue.
You're juicing.
I need to see my boy Billy. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? How are you? Welcome to New York.
Carl, I love it. Tim yells like me.
Oh, you guys are made for each other.
We love this, right, Tim?
Oh, this is our world. This is our canvas.
Oh, Jesus.
This is where it all comes together. The pastels, the chartreuse.
What a fucked up place Times Square is.
Oh,
And remember how it used to be, man?
of course.
It was grimy.
Yeah, it's better
Mike,
now
you
than
run
it
the
ever
beat.
was.
You used to run the beat here, right?
The rookie copy when I first graduated, 2003.
2003, run up on people. Freeze!
I didn't even listen to what he said because all I was thinking was Carl's impression.
I didn't even want to talk. He's like, here comes Carl with the hammer.
Oh, that's some funny shit.
me a huge favor? Oh, Tim's on an important call.
Tim's ordering fresh direct for the house. Tim just ordered 2 porterhouses from Fresh Direct for his cleanse.
He just ordered a box of baby wipes from Amazon.
Can I get baby wipes and a pail of butter?
What?
She should join the wedding right now. That's my career right there.
I love Tim.
You go to my office and get me those hot pretzels that are in the first drawer.
I know I'm juicing, but...
Robert, I know I'm juicing, but where's that bag of candy corns that I have?
Do you have any extra tasty cakes in your filing cabinet?
That's really fun.
All right, walking through Times Square, trying to find something to eat.
We're going to Wasabi. It's a new chain. It's really cool.
Oh, what is it?
It's a little sushi place. It's called
Nice.
Sushi and Bento.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really cool.
Perfect. That will make me happy.
See that, Opie? I got you, cuz.
I know you got me.
I am exhausted. Oh, my hands stink from the other night.
How's your pee-pee?
It's a mess. It's a mangled mess. Looks like an ear of corn.
Oh, God. Looks like a dog's chew toy.
Yeah. It squeaks. Wasabi?
Yeah. Is this good for you?
Is this where we're going?
Is this on your juicing diet, Tim?
Hometown barbecue.
Say that real loud.
This is ropey, so be it.
Watch. Tim knows how to play. Say it real loud, Tim. Come on. This is not hometown barbecue! Carl, where are you going? Carl!
I'm gone. I'm bringing it up to speed. Here we go.
Hang on, everybody. We took Tim Sabian to that wasabi place, right, Carl?
Huh?
That wasabi place was awesome.
That was great. Tim Sabian is off the fucking reservation.
Explain the wasabi place
Let's
quickly
walk
for
towards
the
train, will you?
foodies.
I gotta go. I gotta barbecue.
Explain wasabi for the foodies out there, though. It was
So what happens
fascinating.
is it's literally a place designed by Bill de Blasio. So when the labor costs went up in New York, there's these semi-automated pick your food and sit kind of restaurants. So they do really fresh sushi and bento boxes, which is like a mixture of rice and a vegetable and either eel or chicken. And you get your own food. It's a quarter of the price because there's half the staff. The place is spotless, and you just eat your sushi and you're out in 12 minutes. It's literally the future. These restaurants are fucked.
I screamed that for years on the radio because everyone was yelling and screaming to raise minimum wage. I'm like, you're putting yourself out of a job, you idiot, because people still have to hire you at that level.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
like, you're
raising
gonna
the wage.
Go ahead.
Raising wages in capitalism is all you're doing is stirring technological advancement. That's all you do. So the more expensive things become, the cheaper they become in the long run. And the only thing that gets hurt is the only expendable part of the business, which is people.
Right.
Right? So, now there's a machine right now, these guys in California that I know, it flips burgers. And it'll be in production. That machine will be in production within a year. And then that's it. See you later.
More jobs going away.
You have to go to McDonald's and see the new quarter pounder machine that makes the burgers. It's ingenious.
You've seen it?
Yeah. I go to McDonald's just to look at their technology.
Wait, they have that in America?
Yeah, because now they make the fresh quarter pounders.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
The real reason why we turned this back on, so we took Sabian to Wasabi after the big podcast with Sherrod Small.
And he's cleansing, so he's shaking like a leaf. And the first thing he says to me, he goes, Carl, I'm cleansing. Let's go to Hometown Barbecue.
I know.
I need beef ribs. I go, what kind of fucking cleanse is this?
He goes, I've been off sugar for 5 days. He was a mess. Only 5 days off sugar.
He was a mess. His glasses were vibrating on his face.
And then what I love about Tim, and then all of a sudden he just takes off. I got to go. I got another conference call. So then we went to get a drink, and we weren't going to turn this thing back on, and we're just talking about mundane, who gives a fuck shit. And next thing you know, Mike talks about how he pierced his dick twice and was bleeding all over his sheets, and his mom freaked out.
House. Dick bleeding at your mom's house.
So I'm like, you know what? I think we got to turn this thing back on. So what the hell? Oh, it was because we ordered beer, and then Carl was drinking a little bourbon. I'm like, you know what? I want a shot of bourbon. So I was drinking a little bourbon. I go, Mike, you want bourbon? He goes, no, I don't drink. But he was drinking a beer, but he meant to say I don't drink the hard stuff. And then you explained why.
Yeah, I was maybe like 10 years ago. 10 years ago, so it was 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, I'm down in the... which I was really going to do. Down the village playing Johnny One-Upper. Everyone throws like $5 in the pot, and you go around the table. Carl will say, I'll call my ex-girlfriend. You say, I'm going to call this one. I'm going to drink. And you keep one-upping. Every time you go around, you put more money in the pot. So it came around. My boy's like, fuck it, I'll get a tattoo. Now, we went around maybe 10 times. It's around $200 in there, $250. I'm like, I'll pierce my eyebrow. My boy's like, I'll pierce my tongue. I'm like, I'll pierce my dick. I just said it as a complete joke. 10 minutes later, we're sitting across the street from down the hatch, 179 West 4th Street, and they put a piercing through my dick. I got it. I'm like, and the lady's like, can I just do one on the bottom? I'm all banged up. I'm like, yeah, put one on the bottom. I go home, my mom's basement in Staten Island. I wake up, I look, I'm like, I fucked up. I'm showering, I hear a scream. My mom was doing the sheets. I stayed in the house in the basement. What happened last night? I'm like, Mom, what happened? I'm like, it was a bloody nose. And then she saw my shorts had blood in them, and that was it. And I left it in for maybe 3 weeks to a month. And the first 4 days, every time you pee, if you were peeing on an open wound, it was hell.
Why did you leave it in if you didn't want it?
It swelled up a little bit.
Do you have one of those dicks that's split?
No, but if you look
he's got a split
No.
penis.
Ew. If you look at the top of my dick, I do have a little hole in it.
Cool. That's cool.
OpieRadio on Instagram. I'll put the picture up.
No, man. We're good. We don't need to see the
so
thing.
no more shots.
We're good.
I'll have a beer here and there.
So you got a Prince Albert?
No. It starts with an A. The Prince Albert goes through the hole. This is a tongue ring bar through the top of the head, through the bottom.
You
impaled yourself.
Yeah, it was a bad move.
Bad move.
Follow me down to the train, swipe me in.
You don't have a card? I got to swipe Carl in. I guess that's how we'll end the podcast, me swiping Carl. I guess you're heading to that pig roast finally, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to go see my boy Mark Murphy. He's got a pig roast. Vic Henley is going to meet me there.
Good old Vic Henley who blew us off today.
Vic Manooch, he ain't blowing off no pig roast.
Bro, let's all go through. I want to take the drummer.
Oh, boy. I'm out.
No, this guy's good, man.
No.
Nick, Carl, come on. What? I gotta find the drummers.
Where do I go?
I knew it. I heard the drum. I knew we were going.
The one, right?
Yeah, the one downtown.
Here he is.
Where's one south?
Oh, no. Goodbye. Carl, come on.
Go on.
Joey, this is your problem.
Explain what you're looking at, though, before you leave.
So we learned that Mikey has a leaky dick. Jesus. At this point, my dream night would be hanging with Sherrod, and you know why. Breaking bread with Carl Ruiz while podcasting with Greg. Okay, I'm full of shit. My dream night would be getting an all-night babysitter for my 9-year-old and ravaging my wife. But I digress. Once again, sincere condolences to Tim Sabian. We hope you're enjoying the many facets of our new podcast. Guests, cast, music, and all. Please leave us a 5-star review at Apple, for God's sakes. Visit OpieRadio.com and buy something. Share this experience with a friend. Look for special links in our description for this episode. Tweet, Facebook, or Instagram us at OpieRadio.
The Westwood One Podcast Network. Frangela, the final word.
Hi, I'm Frances Callier. And I'm Angela V. Shelton. And we are Frangela, host of The Final Word. We bring you real news, real funny. New episodes every Wednesday and Thursday. It's absolutely free however you get your podcasts. Listen and subscribe now.
Frangela, the final word. Download and subscribe at Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and the Westwood One Podcast app. Free from the Westwood One Podcast Network.